right after, he'd finished reviewing it.
Mm.
God damn.
Okay, I think we're ready to start now.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Seb, so Liz
Yeah,
says
he was.
she will try to. Liz says she will try to join.
Yeah, is her
It
voice
depends on.
still a bit?
Her voice is fine. It's just like she's had the weird thing where she's just slept for 2 days straight, so her energy, we're not really sure where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether she's going to put Nicole to bed and just drop off, or whether she's actually going to drop her off and have the energy to come down. But she said she's going to try.
Mm.
She did
Well,
give me
we'll play it.
eyebrows though.
We'll,
The fact that
we'll,
I called up just for the whole, hey, let's talk about what we're going to do for the session and ideas and stuff, and we just trailed on to Mortal Kombat for almost 2 hours.
more like 4 hours. It was after midnight by the
Well,
time we actually
oh god,
discussed it.
yeah.
It's like we start talking at 8 o'clock, and then by the time we actually discuss D&D, it's gone midnight. It's like,
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
um, right. Um, well, as I said, I'm ready to start when everyone else is.
Well, I've got my sheet open.
D&D Beyond. I had the tab open. I've clicked onto it. It's a black screen with the dice roll thing. I'll try refreshing it. There we go.
Again.
Okay,
I'll
it
probably have.
appears. Where's the dice button?
I'll probably have some weird stuff happen before I get everything ready. So, you'll probably have a minute or two.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be a D&D day if there wasn't some technical issue because the computer's decided it's thinking.
Anyone heard from Wolfie or Obnoxious?
Wolfie hasn't been online for like a month. What, over a month?
Did you check it? Did you check? You said you were going to check his Facebook and everything as well because you said he's been on there a bit frequent.
Yeah, actually, I think I will message him on my phone just to sort of, just to while I remember, because every time I, it's because I'm so rarely on Facebook nowadays. I don't think to do it.
I get you.
I use it for group chats. That's about it.
Same.
I mean, I think I've actually the only message I've, shows how little I use it. The last message I received was in September.
Shit.
And that was someone basically telling me they weren't volunteering anymore. So that was a work thing.
Wow. I hope Wolfie's okay. I know you said that. I know he turned up at one point last month to say that he's not got internet. So, depending on where he lives or his situation right now, there could be something going on. Find out about. So, I know it's a bit more stressful for you because you're meant to be going to a convention with him. So, it gets a lot more urgent for you.
Well, as I said, he's not been on his Discord server for like a month.
I know, that's why. I think that's why you moved it over D&D over.
Yeah, because
it wasn't around.
Yeah, and I couldn't ask him to sort of do some of the like. There's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff on the Discord, like in case, like I don't know if any trolls or something came in or something, I wouldn't be able to get rid of them on his one particularly easily.
I get you. It's just this way you have better chance of. It's easier to keep control.
And yeah. Well, okay, one last thing. Yep. Oh, no, it's actually kept the settings this week. So everyone can hear you. Awesome. Though it looked like my internet did cut out at one point. And I don't know why Discord keeps telling me I've got a direct message. No one
Yeah, it's been doing that to me as well, and there's just nothing there.
I think it's where there's now there's like a spam thing. No, because that why would stuff that's spam be like marked up as?
I don't know.
Never mind. Okay, intro sequence. Just so. Hello, everyone. I'm still getting used to the new interface because I've changed it. So we don't have to keep changing the camera angles on Discord to keep everyone's voices up. There's just a browser thing that just shows your Discord names and it lights up when you talk. Which is cool. I'm trying to think, was there any old business? Probably not, because we're still in
We did
combat.
have EXP left to add from last week's fight. We didn't get EXP last week.
From last week, how much XP are these things worth?
This is the problem with finding a creature, which again, apparently it's my fault that you looked it up.
I guess we'll have to do it after the combat because we're still in the same pretty much combat because
Fernando's in trouble and none of us have any narrative reason to go and help him.
yeah.
Quick, Fernando,
trouble.
Throw your wallet at them.
I don't think he wants to do that.
I'm trying to think of all the ways you could get at us. Pee on them. It worked for Mr. Fuji. Anytime he wanted to get out of an awkward situation, he'd just whip it out and pee on them. It ended the conversation very quickly.
I should imagine it did.
Well,
yeah,
I say ended the conversation. Legendarily, it would just continue, and he would continue to talk while continuing to piss on their leg.
And you can't really do like they suggest with like dogs and stuff. I mean, that wouldn't work.
And still I pee.
I mean, that's quite a difficult one to remember, and also a difficult one to do when the dog is biting you. It's like you got to be thinking to yourself, like, okay, where's their ass, and which of my fingers am I comfortable inserting in their ass?
Oh no, when we had dogs, we just wrestled them.
Oh no, it's what they suggest doing if like a dog is attacking you.
Oh god, yeah, they're sticking the finger up the butt.
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake.
Although,
Look,
to be honest,
no,
I think a lot of creatures...
No, we're not letting the dog boof my fingers.
I think a lot of creatures would stop attacking you if you did that.
I'm pretty sure they would.
Thumb in its bottle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh god.
That would be like the strangest way of trying to stop a werewolf attack or something. Like,
don't tell
unarmed
Wolfie.
strike. What? I want to insert my thumb up their butt.
I rolled to put my pinky up.
At least I know what to do if Wolfie reacts
Actually,
badly to the wedding.
Apparently, that's how Andre the Giant sorted out people he didn't like. No, it's a true story. Apparently, he did it to Hulk Hogan at one point when he stiffed him. He said if he pissed him off.
For those uninitiated, to stiff someone in wrestling means to hit them for real when you're not supposed to.
So yeah, if people stiffed him, what he'd do is he'd like push his finger up the butt into the butthole, and apparently they calmed down and behaved after that. Hogan did it once; he never stiffed Andre again.
So I'm just imagining like him being the usual sort of Hulk Hogan sort of esque. Well, you're doing this, brother, blah blah, brother, and then suddenly like something, brother. Brother.
No wonder he started bald. No wonder his hair started going white really quickly.
Just confused, like, brother.
I Oh God!
And then he just pausing, like frozen, like.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, the only person who could keep Andre under control was the Harley Race or Haku. I don't think he was going to try and stick his thumb up Haku's butt. Haku would probably bite his face off. Yeah, I don't think we need to do any boofing in D&D.
I mean, if
you actually did that to Wolfie, I would find that
know how to
amazing.
calm him down. So
that would be
We're
a
not
great
doing
way.
any. No, I think no. Apparently, all we need to do to calm Wolfie down is get his daughter out. She'll just talk him down.
It's the
one. I think it's the only time. I think Eclipse is the only time I've ever seen someone actually like cower down to the whole stern talking to in the wiggling of the finger.
Yeah, that's true. That did sort of like shut him down
very quickly. Yeah.
Although then
he's
again,
but he can't argue with his daughter.
Then again, he hasn't come back since.
Oh, you don't. No. Don't even put that suggestion up there.
You know, from a character perspective, what's he been doing this whole time? Was he like led in bed the whole time, just like
in bed thinking? Well, he kept asking, "Am I a bad dad?" And then he had Ghost Fernando humiliate him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the hallucination of Fernando embarrass him.
That's enough to put anyone on bed rest for a couple of weeks.
Okay, so well, we are still. Oh, it is obnoxious.
Hey.
How you been?
Not bad. Just had to take care of some stuff and finally got here. So
that's all right. We've literally just started.
Yeah, we were just discussing things like, Wolfie into clips and, well, dog behavior.
Is Wolfie a bad father?
Oh.
And whether or not I should jam my thumb in his butthole if he doesn't react well to the wedding.
I think, in all seriousness, if we're talking character-wise, I think you're going to have to get Brunhilde to talk about that, although I don't think we should get her to get involved, because I don't think he wants
to tentacle arm.
As one of the married, I was going to say, as one of the married parties, do you think that would be sound advice for Richter if his father-in-law turns into a werewolf, and the only thing he can think of doing is to insert his thumb up his ass?
As someone who has had to meet his in-laws to deal with very unique circumstances, if my father-in-law acted up, we just have a shillelagh. But unfortunately, he's passed now. But I think in the unique circumstances, considering a werewolf,
the shillelagh was not involved in that latter event.
No, the shillelagh was not involved in any boofing, or in any kind of physical assault. The point being, though, if my father-in-law was a werewolf, and you have to think, in order to tame a dog-like being, I have to think of how you tame a regular wolf, and if that's a method that works, then as long as he's in werewolf form, I think it's fine.
I don't know. He did run for a stick I threw for him in human form once.
I'm just saying if methods work on them, if he pissed on the carpet, you'd rub his nose in it and tell him bad. I'm pretty sure that you could justify sticking a thumb off his butthole.
I'm just thinking if if he gets drunk and he ends up with a hallucination of Fernando rubbing his face in pee, that would just be incredible.
Look, I think if anyone has to deal with the whole calming down Wolfie, I think the one person who should do it is Brunhilde. And if any kind of thumb up butt is to be done, unfortunately, it's going to have to be Brunhilde.
It'll be a tentacle.
Have fun with that visual image now, because I'm done.
Okay.
Well, she was able to handle Super Hans. Women like her have their ways. Not all their ways are pretty.
True. Okay.
I'm saying this as a married man.
On that bombshell, the attacks are starting on. The attacks are starting on Fernando.
Oh God.
Okay.
Wait, don't we need to roll initiative?
No, it's still the same combat. Yeah. So yeah, they're kind of getting their hits in first. Although it does mean that you get your reaction.
This is true.
Yes. Well, it was either going to be that or they were going to get a surprise round.
Totally worth it, right? Totally worth it.
So I thought this would be the more merciful.
Yeah.
Because on a surprise round, you don't get reaction.
No.
Okay, so first one. Its attacks. Well, I know a 12 doesn't hit, but a 21.
I will use that reaction to cast the shield spell and enhance my sword so I can block better.
So now I need to get, what, 25?
Yeah, you need a 25 to hit me.
Okay, so I would need to get a 19. No. 18. No. 19, yeah. 19 to match. To hit. Okay, so that one's missed. Next two attacks.
It's just a slide to the right. And
No
slide
hits.
to the left.
And a step to the right.
Next two missed. Next two missed.
Come on, ladies, you can do better than this.
Well, it is just like it's just typical you to go with them.
Of course.
Well, I can't argue with that. Fernando's going to do what Fernando's going to do.
Nope. Nope. Nat 20.
Oh, no, not 20. This is gonna this is gonna hurt.
Okay, so it's extra dice on each of its damage, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be...
It's basically just gonna one-shot me.
3d8 plus 2d10.
Yeah, sure.
So that's 18, 23, 34 damage.
Yep, this is the big problem with having a hard armor class. Nothing hits you, but when it does, it kills you almost in one hit.
Is Fernando down?
Not quite yet, but he just went from 59 to 25.
Oh my god.
In one hit.
And have you got any gold left in your inventory?
No, they stole all the gold from my inventory. All the rest of it's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, and they don't touch the bag of holding.
Because it's a magical vortex to another plane.
Out of character, they're scared of it.
Oh, nice.
Hey, could you wave the bag of holding at them and watch them go back into the corner like, dogs with a vacuum?
Because there's a legend that there's a creature that lives in it.
Ah, yes, I know this legend.
Yeah.
He is called the Bagman.
Yeah. And there's a way of summoning him, and they're absolutely scared of it.
Out of character, I've fought him.
Yeah. They're absolutely terrified of the Bagman. Because they're like...
Wait, so what you're saying is that Fernando could theoretically scare them away?
Yeah, or they could actually scare themselves away.
Oh my god, it's going to be like that time I farted and the cats all ran off, like skittered all over the house.
Well, we'll see if it gets to my turn. I'm not sure how many of
No, the rest of them have missed.
Oh, thank God.
I did roll the other ones and they missed.
Ugh.
Okay. What was Opnus doing at the end of last session? I can't remember.
I figured everything was over and I went back to my room.
Okay. Well, your quarters are going to be one of the ones closer. Everyone grabbed all the good crew quarters, so they're further away. You're closer to the action.
I take it. Wait,
so if you roll perception, you might have heard all this.
I take it none of that damage was necrotic damage.
No, it was slashing and psychic.
Yeah, I figured as much.
11?
No.
Well, I was just curious. I can't remember who it was that he was talking to in their head last, but does that link stay when Fernando's talking to somebody?
No, I have to be able to see whoever it is, unfortunately.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I was one of the ones you were talking to anyway, so I don't know that it would have mattered.
Yeah, no, you were, but I can't. I have to have visual to do the telepathy.
All right. Well, I guess I'm in my room oiling my armor as we speak. That was the plan. And I didn't hear anything, so
yeah,
nothing
really
that
sounded different from the rest of the ship. So yeah,
Damn
you'll be
boards.
continuing your actions. Well, continuing to prepare your armor and things. Richter, it's your turn.
Right, well, I'm still in my quarters, aren't I?
You certainly are. With your eclipse.
I mean, it's still daytime, so I'm probably still, I've probably still got patrols or whatever to do, yeah?
Yeah, every few hours.
So I wouldn't have gone out on them there. I'm still in my quarters.
Although, actually, you're the one who's... Well, you might want to check on the helm. From time to time.
I did ask, I asked, what's his name, Jaggerat to make a heading. So, yeah, I would... How long has Fernando been gone, by the way? Because he's usually on deck.
Not very long, because he
No.
went down to the. He just went down to the stores,
Right.
and that's
So
when he was jumped.
So it wouldn't register to me as odd how long he's been gone yet.
Yeah, not yet.
And there's no other way I can get a clue that he's in trouble.
Well, there was the only thing I could think of though is that you were told that the treasure was all gone. So I don't know if that's something that would have made you go down there, but
That's true. You haven't actually looked at the scene of the crime.
Fernando did say the last thing Fernando said to him was that he was going to go and put the treasure back in the box from his own money.
Yeah. And, well, I guess Richter would feel bad about that.
So yeah, I would say that Richter heading down towards the stores wouldn't be out of character.
Okay, yeah, I'll head down to the ship's stores, because, like, we stole a lot of money, and to see it all gone like that, I mean, I think Richter would need to see it with his own eyes.
Yeah, as I said, that would be
With a bottle of
believable,
gin.
because you'd want to see if there's anything you could shore up to make sure that this didn't happen again. Now you've seen this critter.
Yeah. So,
So yeah.
I mean, 30 feet, but how far do I get?
I'll say you get there next turn.
Okay. Right. So, given that that's what I'm doing, I'm gonna let Eclipse know that that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And just stroll out onto the bridge. I'll see that Shagarat's got the helm. Just casual affirmations and then head on down.
You pass Razor Eye gleefully counting his coins that he's been given back.
Parasite.
I'll just incline my head to him as I pass.
Okay. Hans, what would you be doing?
Last time I went back to my quarters after the battle to get back to sewing.
And me.
Pardon you?
No, I've got wind from.
That's okay.
Drinking.
So, would I need to roll a perception check to hear what's going on down the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll a perception check. Nine.
No.
Now I'm going to go back to sewing things. I have such big shoulders. Sorry, Fernando.
It's okay. I have many backup characters. I am fine.
No, I want to apologise for this, and I also want to apologise for giving Hawk the idea to even look for these things.
That is fine. I like these creatures. These are cool.
I know, but apparently, but
It'll be an
Jumanji.
interesting way to die.
I know, but Jumanji. Apparently, me talking about certain D&D stories kind of got him looking for new kinds of monsters, looking around, and he ran into things that gave my.
It was a recommended short.
It's all right. I'm very tempted to pre-order this book because I like these creatures so much.
They are fun. Okay. They are really, really fun.
Well, I've linked myself their Kickstarter campaign so far, so.
Nice.
I am. Sorry, I am not gonna let Fernando die if I can help it.
I'm not gonna let Fernando die if I can help it, but sometimes it's just unavoidable.
Don't worry, we'll bring him back by sacrificing a chicken. I'm pretty sure that's how you make sacrifices.
Fernando's backstory. Once he's gone, he's gone.
Ah, shit.
The Raven Queen won't allow his soul to go. If he's got a deal, his soul can't come back.
There is one thing I wondered.
Magic, we'd probably get into a fight.
Oh, God, okay.
There is one thing that I was curious about. What are the materials that your sword is made of?
God, it's a hex weapon, so I'm not. Whatever the Raven Queen would have made it out, I imagine it's made of like magical silver woven from her own feathers or some shit.
Yeah, but what
Along with her own...
what I'm trying to say is, would there be any artistic gold on it?
Oh no, it's all silver.
Okay.
Obsidian and attitude.
I just thought I would ask.
Well, the name I gave the blade Silverwing, so.
Well, no, I just meant in a decorative sense, not in a functional sense, but just in a decorative sort of thing.
No, it's silver.
Okay. Well, I just thought I'd check.
Just in case they try and eat his fucking sword.
Fernando's horns are enlaced with gold, though, on his pictures as well.
Oh God!
He does have some gold. Well, half of one of his horns is still encased in gold. The other half got blown off, didn't it? Because he's still horn short at the moment.
So yeah, they might try and pinch that.
That's cool.
Oh no!
See that could have been a potential out if there was any. But as I said, okay. Is Topaz in any position to take a turn?
No, she's not in any position. She's not here yet.
Okay, I just thought I thought I should check.
Yeah, she's. I'll let you know. I will let you know the second she's here.
Okay. Well, as I said, I thought I would check.
Yeah, she's dealing with the little one. I think she's gonna start putting it to bed soon.
Oh, I know what's wrong with this. It was the list from the previous week, which is why Hans isn't on the list. Not Hans. Before Richter's turn, Fernando's turn's the one that's missing.
Ah.
I knew there was something. I knew someone was missing off the turn order, but I couldn't remember who it was. Because we had to add them manually the last time. So yeah, before Richter would have had his turn, it would have been Fernando's turn. Because I just noticed I'm back up at the top of the turn order, and it's like the monsters again. Like,
oh no,
Fernando's not had a turn.
Okay.
But I remember the last time you did roll for it, and you got a 15 because you were dead heat with Razor Eye.
So what is my current situation? Besides totally fucked.
You currently have 11 Dodomaki all lunging for you at the same sort of time. They're pretty much surrounding you.
11 of these fucking things. Okay. Yeah. What's the room situation? How many doors are there?
One entrance way.
One. Okay, there's one entrance. Door open or shut?
Open. Because you wouldn't have shut the door behind you.
Yeah, are there any of them stood by the door?
There is one other door in the room, which is the cage door, where the chest with the gold was.
Oh, I was just thinking about shutting the door.
That had like bars behind it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about shutting the door behind me and locking them in this room for now.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Because they have no way of teleporting.
No, I didn't think they did. So I'm gonna bonus action teleport to the door and slam the door behind me. Does it have like a bar to lock it, or?
Or one of those big, long wooden bar things you pull over the.
Or just anything I can, or just a sort of lock or something.
There would be a lock.
Oh,
there would be a lock because it's the storeroom.
Yeah, so I'll. Yeah, but I don't have the key, do I?
No, the key would be in there because, you know.
Oh, then I'm gonna.
What's
then
his name?
Gonna lock the door.
Remember the guy you met last week? Oh no, the guy Obnoxious met last week, who let Obnoxious into that area.
Mhm.
He'd have left the key because he knew that you and Obnoxious were looking into this, so the key would still be in the lock.
Cool. I'm gonna lock the door.
Okay.
Was that my action?
Slamming the door, locking it. No, I'll let you have another.
Ooh, okay. Can I do anything with my action at the moment? Yes, I'm gonna cast Mirror Image. So, oh, actually, shit.
Okay, I'll let you get that. I'll tell me events how you want them to proceed in that or in the correct order, because I think what's happened is you've sort of got things out of order in your head.
No, I'm going to teleport to the edge of the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut the door and lock it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to not. Yeah, I'm not going to cast a spell. I'm going to back up against the nearest wall, so I'm still facing the door.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold a booming blade in case something comes through. It tries to break through that door. Because currently I've got them funneled into a bottleneck where they have to come out this exit if they want to leave that room. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to stand here and hold a booming blade.
You're too low in the ship for there to be like cannon ports or anything. There's no other way out of that room.
Well, storerooms are typically sealed, so nothing gets wet in them as well.
Yeah, precisely.
Ooh,
so yeah, I'm just going to hold a booming blade for this turn. In case they break through.
You're not going to yell and announce that there's a problem?
No, at the moment, I'm trying to catch my breath. Because I have a serious slash mark up my back.
Okay, well.
They didn't even kiss you first.
Well, that would mean that we're out of combat.
Fernando lives.
So, let me just.
Yes, but unfortunately there is a problem with Fernando's plan.
Yeah?
Well, I have them locked into a single room where we know they are, so turning invisible doesn't help them. But we have to kind of deal with the 11 of them in there very soon.
Because they will try and break out eventually.
Well, we're currently at sea, and that's our food supply in there. And
yes.
You know, all our shit is, like, anything we need to live is stored in that room.
Yeah, but also, we could, like, say, Eclipse seems to know what they are, so we could always ask her for advice on how to take them down.
Or we could just set fire to the ship and leave.
I mean, same problem where we'd be at sea with no supplies. And a lot less in the way of real estate for the crew.
Look, if it was a giant spider, we'd set the ship on fire and leave. So I don't see how these are all that different.
If there was a giant spider, you'd set the ship on fire and
leave.
So So wait. Theoretically, what you're saying is, if you have a massive ship, like a huge fucking ship with loads of different rooms and everything, that houses probably maybe over 1,000 crew members, and it has one spider, you'll burn the ship down.
Time to go. We got other things.
You know what?
Wow.
At
There's
least I
being
understand.
scared of spiders, and
I
then
understand.
there's being obnoxiously scared of spiders.
Yeah, exactly. Obnoxiously, you said it yourself.
I'm not scared of spiders. They just make me uncomfortable.
To the point where you need to
mean,
burn down the building.
Look,
Yeah, it's what blowtorches are for at my house.
have you ever thought of getting a shoe, a massive shoe?
Or a board with a nail in it.
Or if you were my father-in-law when he was on the farm, a shotgun.
Well, like for a spider, all you need is a decent hardback.
I mean, unless you live in Australia where you need to actually drop a tactical nuke on the fuckers.
Yeah, that's true.
You only really need a shoe or something. I mean, my cat eats ours, so it's not so much of a problem. But it used to be just right. I'm gonna get a copy of Viz, and I'm gonna smack it with this newspaper.
So I'm just loving this sort of like escalation of arms when it's come to spiders. We've had like flamethrower. It's turned into Evangelion. You know.
Look, Hawk,
How do we deal with an
I
Australian spider? Someone crack out the N2 mines.
Look, I grew up in a household where I was terrified of spiders, and they tried to cure it by making me watch Arachnophobia. When that didn't work, they literally got their friend who bred tarantulas to borrow the skins to put near me while I was asleep.
That's fucked up.
Yes, I know. It's worse when you're watching a movie and they put it on your shoulder. I have not been the same since.
I think it's because people think that film is like a comedy. It's not.
I know. I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of spiders in general, but I can deal with them now. Like, I just know either put them in a glass and get them out, but if they're big enough that I can see their faces, I'm sorry, I have to pull out the Doc Martens.
Which is so weird, since
put
it's
it
the
this
tiny
way.
ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah, supposedly tarantulas don't even have venom, right?
Well, it's little ones like camel spiders. They're the scary ones.
Oh yeah, the smaller
camel
ones.
spiders. I dealt with camel spiders. They just act freaky, but they're relatively harmless.
Oh no, I meant if they start if you're like a kid or something, they start eating your
Lizz's
toes.
auntie lives in Australia, and when I told her I wouldn't go over there to visit because of the spiders, she went, "It's not that scary," and then showed a picture of her entire street with fucking spider webs all over, like the lampposts, like from lamppost to lamppost. I'm like, okay, I won't come visit, but I will drop a napalm all over your goddamn country. This isn't a hateful thing to your country. I'm terrified of the wildlife because everything there wants me dead. I will still, however, eat their kangaroos. Do I want the spiders and the earthworms dead, or do I want the hamburgers made out of kangaroo?
This stream is brought to you by the Australian Tourist Board.
You'll never want to come back again.
Visit Oz.
Come join us down under, Cobber.
Right. So, Richter, you arrived at the door of the store supply. Outside, you see an extremely winded and wounded Fernando.
Right, Fernando, how are you doing for health?
Not great.
He's looking far more wounded than you've ever seen him. I think these things actually dealt more damage than the big bad evil guy from season 1.
He either had a really bad date or something really fucking horrible's in there. Either way, it didn't kiss him first.
How many hit points did you lose?
Oh, 30,
34.
34, yeah.
I have 27 lay on hands points. You can have all of them. Fernando, what happened?
It appears you have more stowaways. A lot more of those creatures are currently sitting in our storeroom.
So, are we talking stowaways or a pest problem?
But of both at this point.
I see. That's a bit of a drawback. I've done the lay on hands thing. I'll lay my hand on where his wound is, and Fernando recovers 27 hit points. How many? Did you manage to count them?
I think about 11 from my counts.
11? Christ, no wonder they got it. No wonder they got through so much gold. Right, we had a bit of trouble with one of those things. What do? Okay. You've locked the door, obviously. I think this
But
is.
I'm not sure if they have the ability to break out or not. We could still be in some danger.
Right. Wait here. I'm gonna go and round up the others. Anything happens, you teleport up those stairs and shout for me. I'll come running.
I'll do my best, Captain.
Okay, I'm gonna rush back up the stairs, get on deck, and just sort of shout for everyone.
There is like a bell you could ring.
Yeah, ring the bell. All hands on deck.
Okay, so Richter has ran up on deck. Okay, so how is everyone going to respond to the alarm bell?
Well, Hans is naturally going to get up, and he's going to leave the room. He's going to leave the room and make his way over.
Obnus? The alarm bell has been raised.
The bells are ringing, Jeremy. That's not from anything. I don't know why I said.
Oh, I think he might be busy again.
Ah, shit.
What's that? Was it me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I got a kid that's recovering from illness.
Oh, shit. They okay?
So, what was going on? I'm sorry. We're figuring out what everyone was doing at
Yeah,
alarm
basically.
bell.
Yeah, the alarm bell.
Oh, well, I guess I'll throw my armor back on and take off up that way.
Yeah. The Goblin Captain and Super Hans also head up on deck.
Is he? Did he get the gruel off him?
Eventually. As soon as he gets up on deck, he starts yelling.
Of course he does.
In that irritating voice.
What was all the noise about? I was trying to rest, and then suddenly there was also abysmal noise.
Oh. Ah, yes. Super hands. Has everyone assembled on deck yet?
Yeah, everyone's arriving on deck.
Right, everyone, it appears we have a bit of an infestation.
What kind of infestation?
Well, you know that thing we just dealt with?
thing you just dealt with?
The things that eats gold.
Yes,
Yeah.
that. Fernando counts roughly 11 of them in the storeroom.
Scheiße.
11? You have 11 creatures on board?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They
This
can
is why
turn
I did not
invisible, who
believe
knew?
in you. You justify my disbelief. Incompetent captain.
Can we just shore up the door and leave him there?
Can we?
Well, we
Jumanji,
could.
can we throw him in as bait?
Thank you for volunteering, Super Hans. Godspeed.
Der Capitan.
Yes, Hans.
A word. A quick question. These creatures are unfamiliar to us, yes? We have
Well,
no one has. Fräulein Eclipse seems to know more about these creatures. If there is 11 of them, as you say, it might be wise to consider a strategy for taking them down.
I mean, my usual strategy in battle is to hit them really hard with hammers until they don't get up anymore. It has a simple elegance, but I do take your point.
It's just that on the ship, if they are in the storeroom, it may be very easy for us to get overwhelmed. It might be best if we know exactly how to deal with these people. There may be a way to deal with them without actually expending our usual methods.
Good point.
If we know what they're...
Is Taddy on deck, Jumanji?
Yeah.
Good point. I'll turn to Taddy.
Convert with the missus.
Yeah. I'll turn to Taddy. So, well, anything?
I don't like the fiends. They attacked my Richter, the Richter from my world, and I've never seen this many.
Yeah. Jumanji, you said they were fiends, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was confused. I was like, I thought she said that didn't like beans. And I was like, well.
No. It's just that if they're fiends.
I don't like beans either, Jumanji.
Yeah. It's just that if they're fiends, I get an extra D8 on Divine Smite. So, you know.
There's too many of them
not
aboard
gonna...
the ship.
Yeah, I know. That's quite a few. So, alright, back in character. You say they attacked your Richter.
Yeah.
How did he do? I'm
not
not sure
well.
I want to know the answer to this, but how did he do?
There weren't as many of them as there are on your ship. I don't know how many could have got on board. Well, how much did they eat?
All of it.
All of the gold? From the
All of it.
heist?
Yep. It's all gone.
They must have been trading us for acres. Did someone else know about the robbery?
Only us and only those involved and Jim. Though I don't think he paid as much attention to matters on ship as though I don't think he had anything to do with this.
Well, Jim's a coward. He wouldn't have anything to do with these creatures.
True that. So,
thanks for the follow, Life of
currently...
Dice.
Sorry?
Thanks for the follow, Life of Dice.
Ah, No. Okay, so they are currently, for lack of a better term, contained in the storeroom, but we can't have them in there. That's where all the food is. So.
Well, so I have a suggestion. If there's only one door, why don't we have people on each side of the door and open it enough to maybe one could slip through and kill them one at a time? I have a spell that I can cast that could potentially incapacitate them.
Bottleneck them and deal with them that way. Good plan, good plan. Well, I ain't got any better ideas. Who's for the hot gate strategy?
If they eat gold, do you think that we could distract them with what little gold we have to maybe get a few easy hits on them?
It's a thought. They are able to turn invisible, though, is the only thing. So waiting for one to come through the door might not be as simple as it sounds.
Well, that's why I was thinking if we just open it enough that one might be able to slip through. Anything that goes and pushes its way through the door is gonna because they're invisible. They're not able to slide through the door like without touching it. They'll bump the door, and then we'd know that they came through. Plus, at the same time, as we open the door, I can cast a spell that's going to flap them around a little bit as a distraction. So it should be a lot easier that only one gets through. And when it pushes the door and then the door releases, we'll know it's through.
Sorry?
The door won't hold them.
The door won't hold them.
No, they can spit acid.
They can, of course, they can spit acid. Right, it looks like we're rapidly running out of time. So,
meanwhile, downstairs,
Obnus has submitted the bottleneck strategy. Anyone else got an idea?
Unfortunately, this strategy seems to be the only sane one. Very well.
All right.
Do they have any other weaknesses? Like,
sorry, Hog, I think you might be breaking up a little. I think it either.
Well,
I couldn't hear you. I think I heard that you were trying to say something, but I couldn't hear what it was.
I didn't actually say anything.
Oh, right.
I mean, I could cast spiritual weapon in there because I don't have to be able to see where I'm casting it from what I can tell. And then just attack anything that's within range inside there, but I don't know if that would damage the ship.
Yeah, a bit dicey.
It'd essentially be swinging blind.
Yeah. Right, everyone form an orderly line on either form orderly lines on either side of the door, and whatever comes through, and if something invisible comes through there, hit it really hard.
Well, do you have nails? Before you do that, do you have nails on the ship?
And we'll have some somewhere, I imagine.
If we take nails and we put them through boards and we make it far enough that it couldn't jump over it, then you're essentially setting up a platform where it would have to step across the nails, and it would injure it as well as let us see the blood trails.
How fast can we do that?
Depends on how many hammers and nails you got, I suppose.
I'll call out to everyone on deck. What do we have on hand?
Or even sharpened sticks, like, you know, like when you're trying to defend a location and you have the spears. Well, I guess you could use spears if we have those, but you have the spears so that they hook anything that tries to run through.
I'm familiar with the idea, yeah.
I mean, you could do both and then attack whatever comes through, because if it's bleeding, it's easier to tell where it is.
I don't think we've got time to set much of this up. Fernando's holding the door shut just in case as we speak.
Now, we have our lumbering friend who could probably hold the door a little better.
That's true.
They won't try to come through the door. They will simply spit acid through the door. They'll stay invisible and lob acid at you from the darkness.
Well, then we could set up, if we have enough spears, we could set up a spear line and essentially just move forward a little bit at a time, thrusting the spears towards them to back them into the wall.
Also, they have a reach of 10 feet.
What's reach?
You know what?
Spirits.
I'm the paladin, I'm the captain, I'm gonna do my job and, like, spearhead the assault. I'm going through that door, kill anything that gets past me.
Well, my Grim Spear has a reach of 10 feet as well, so...
Well, if that's the case, then... I'm trying to think if I can... I don't think I have time for a rousing speech.
It depends on if you're holding the door shut, I suppose.
That's true. Let's see.
Wait, hold up. I'll call back to Fernando. How's it looking down there, Fernando?
How's it looking?
They aren't attacking the door.
It's okay. They don't seem to want to get out yet.
They're smart enough to realise that your food is down there.
Time is on their side, as it were.
Yeah,
what is it they call that?
They are smart enough to know that you need what's in there more than they need it. They've gorged themselves.
Let's see. What do they call it where you have the shields and the spears in a line?
The tortoise.
Hold on.
I'm thinking.
I'll turn to it's like the one that we killed earlier seemed to be intelligent. They already have all the gold, and we're not getting it back. Do you think they would go peacefully if we let them?
Who are you asking?
I'm Eclipse, because she seems to be the one with experience of these creatures. If we explain to them that there's no more gold, but we don't want to fight, would they just leave?
They can smell the gold on you. The gold has to be somewhere they can't smell it. If you're gonna pull this out. Plus, they could destroy the food supply that we have down there. We're as much prisoners as they are. Because with their acid spit, they could literally destroy all our ration.
I mean, I guess if they don't want to go down, though, with the ship, the other thing is we can fish off the side for food.
Or they could sink the ship.
Oh, they'd be going down with it.
What I'm hearing is we don't really have time for anything more complex than just going in there and killing them all.
Sounds that way, Captain. If I were you, I'd get yourself ready. I'd get yourself ready for this.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to tell you, darling, you don't have to do this. They're not going to destroy the food unless they feel they have to.
That's true, but we can't exactly just wait them out.
Could offer them passage and a truce. Offer them passage to the nearest island and drop their butts off.
I'm sorry, I heard a lot of cut up speech there. I'm not sure what's going on. I think my internet might be
No, I'm hearing it too.
Yeah.
Whatever's coming from Hawk, I'm hearing it also.
Oh, is my voice breaking up?
Yeah.
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 Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I didn't hear what anybody said as far as the idea to. I mean, if they're smart enough, we can offer them passage and a truce and drop them off at the nearest island. And if we have gold to spare, you could leave some gold on the island so that they'll have a good reason to go there.
Perhaps.
Or if anybody has the, well, depends on, I guess, if they only look instead of smell, but if you could create an illusion of a large pile of gold on an island.
Well, no, they'd know it wasn't there because they smelled gold. I mean, I could move all the gold from my inventory into a bag of holding. And that would...
I thought everybody had.
I don't have a bag of holding. I only have like 10 gold.
Yeah.
Offer them a coin each a day until we can reach the nearest island and drop them off.
So I'm hearing negotiate.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't attack them and we can't go without our supplies and they're smart enough to speak, it's really the only option.
Yeah. I agree. I say we give them the option, or at least try and negotiate something, and well, see where it goes, Captain.
I'll go in there to negotiate with them, but I want you, as many as are willing and able, at that door to come in and help me if things go south.
Why go in? Just talk through the door. Going in puts you at a risk that's unnecessary.
That's
I was
true.
I was thinking of it as a show of good faith, but that is a good point.
Okay. Right behind you, der Capitan.
Right. I'll start going down the stairs back to the door.
I'm gonna obviously follow behind with whoever.
Yeah, I'm going too. I got my Grim Spear out.
I wish the Snob Goblin was here. I love his green little face.
Okay, so you travel back down, and you see Fernando still holding the door, well, holding his blade towards the door. So you're going to explain the plan to Fernando?
Yeah, right. Fernando, they seem to be intelligent, so I'm hoping that we can negotiate with them, come to some sort of deal. But if things don't go well, we may have a fight on our hands.
I mean, Jumanji, just putting this out there, they only want gold, and if they're smart enough to understand that the food supply is important, they're smart enough to understand that the gold on here will eventually run out.
Yeah.
So we might be able to convince them that they could eat all of our gold, but ultimately they'd run out. There'd be nothing on here. But if we work out a deal to get them somewhere safe, then we might actually be able to come out of this unscathed. Well, relatively.
I mean, the only place we can go is Hans's village because we can't navigate, and that's the only heading we really have.
And whether or not I don't think me and Hawk have ever established if they use gold as currency.
Hey, we could.
I mean, I know we joked last week about them using beans. Well, I said beads, but someone thought it was beans.
Yeah, I apparently have some type of, like, it's more likely for me to hear beans than anything else, apparently. We've established that a couple of times.
Your future character, the Bean Lord. Just throwing that.
Bean Daddy.
Jack of the Beanstalk.
Now that's a movie I wouldn't mind seeing. Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Because I know exactly how that story would go. Jack trades something to get beans. Complains about Disney canon. Refuses to climb up the beanstalk. The story ends.
And somehow link Star Wars into it.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not climbing up there. That's such a Rey Skywalker sort of thing to do, so I'm not doing it.
Ooh, that's some thinly veiled shade.
You know?
Oh, and Hawk is going for the ribs. He's going for the ribs again. My God.
Yeah, the ref would take a point away for that. I went for the low blow.
Oh God, yeah, he's got a family. He's got a family that he complains about. By God. Okay, so we've got a strategy, at least for now. Good luck, Der Capitan. Can I, by the way, can I give Ollie a bardic inspiration? Like, if he was to negotiate with persuasion, would my bardic inspiration boost him?
Yeah. Well, he'd be able to use it.
Okay, Ollie, I'm giving you a bardic inspiration and telling you, Der Capitan, you have this. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to lead this ship.
Thank you, Hans.
And I'm going to give him the thumbs up. I believe in you.
Heck, you could do a proper speech at this point. You've got time.
Okay, you know what? I'll do a proper
I was going to say, they're not trying to break through the door.
Exactly. Fine. I'll tell you what. I'll do a speech then. Pretty much saying, Der Capitan, you've done a lot. You've done a lot for me since I came on this ship. And I'm sure you know by now I'm willing to fight by your side no matter what. I know you'll make the right decision, and I will support it. And I know everybody, except Super Hans, will support this. I believe in you. I believe in this crew. And I believe in your ability, Der Capitan.
Thank you, Hans. And, alright, I guess, I guess I'll.
So I guess with that inspiring leader, then it just means everyone gets 7 temp. Well, you, Fernando, Obnoxious, and I think three others. I don't know if it counts myself. Let's see. Choose up to 6 allies. Oh yeah, including myself. So 2 others will get 7 temporary hit points.
Okay, 7 temporary hit points.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Don't waste it on Super Hans.
No, oh no, I'm not listening. No, I didn't choose him. I would give it to Eclipse, and I'd even give it to. I'd give it to anyone else who was there. He, on the other hand, can go suck a lemon. This is Jumanji, by the way.
Yeah.
He can go suck the lemon that is his face.
I think with Hans, we can tell by your accent whether it's in character or not.
I know, but I instigated the Jumanji.
Yeah, that's true.
And I will admit I've been laxing it a bit more.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try talking through the door to see if I get a response. Just knock on the door and shout at the door. Hello there!
From behind the door, you hear something scrape up to the door. Yes.
You understand me? Correct?
We speak your common.
Right.
What do you want of us?
I might ask you the same thing. My name is Richter Jones. I'm the captain of this vessel. It appears that we're in a bit of a precarious situation.
Yes, Captain Richter, Captain. You are.
Now, I don't think any of us want this to come to violence. So, how can that be avoided?
You know seas?
After a fashion, I've been sailing for a long time.
You know seas, Richter, Captain?
I like to think so, yes.
You sail us to land?
We're heading to land at the moment. As it happens, we should be there soon.
What sort of land? Land with gold?
Hans,
Land where me and family can feed?
I'll just go. Hans, is there gold is there gold in your village? Would they be able to survive?
Well, okay, I want to go Jumanji here with Hawk to discuss this.
Yeah?
I know I talked. It's an idea that there would. Would it be okay if I say on the island there's like a gold mine that's not really used? We haven't established the currency my people use. I mean,
well,
I know gold's the generic.
They'd have to
trade.
Thing. They'd have to trade with someone for supplies.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm trying to think of a way that I don't fuck over my village, basically.
The problem is, wherever we drop this off, we're going to fuck it. Unless we take care of the problem, you know, we're going to cause someone an issue.
That's what I'm trying to think. Because I'm thinking, if there's like a gold mine there somewhere, could probably like just have them lodge there, as long as they leave the village alone, and that's that.
Well, there's plenty of populations out there in existence that use silver as a primary money source, even when gold was available. historically on Earth. I don't know about in-game.
Because I'm trying to think that if we bring them to the island where Hans's village is, if we unleash them, they become a problem for Hans's village.
Very possibly.
That's the problem. I'm trying to think. I mean, I like Ob's idea of like using silver as a currency. Like, you're right, they'd have to trade. So it's hard to say they wouldn't have a currency. This is a tough one.
I mean, ultimately, even if you did take the creatures and they ate everyone's gold, they could just start using silver as a currency until, you know, some passing ship comes through and the creatures jump on that and go away.
I suppose. It's a weird thing because on one side, Hans is supportive of monsters' existences and he's been raised in a certain way. That, you know, they feed on gold, so it's wrong to kind of deny their right to exist for something they can't help. But at the same time, he doesn't want what they do to hurt his people. Because I was thinking, yeah, they use a currency. Although I was thinking of like having on the island as being like a massive gold mine that just isn't used, like on the other side of the island. I mean, if anything, it would temporarily keep them away. Again, it's all up to the DM what the island uses and what's on it. To be honest, because I know we didn't really design the island.
It sounds a little bit convenient.
I know.
They would have
I know it's a bit
a
convenient.
working gold mine.
I know. Well then, yeah, the Capitan there is gold, yes, but I don't feel right about letting these creatures potentially harm mine people. We're not exactly a big village.
Yes, that's a drawback.
Is there any crew nearby? That aren't us.
There can
like
be.
the store hand or someone.
Yeah.
Can I go and have a quick conversation with them while they're trying to talk with these guys?
Yeah.
I want to ask them. I'm going to whisper it so, you know, I'm not disturbing the conversation that's going on behind me. My friend, do you happen to have any tar or oil handy that you can have some of the crew bring down to us right now?
There might be a bucket up on deck.
Any buckets of tar and oil, just bring them to us now. It's urgent.
I think I know what he's thinking.
The ship may depend on this. Depending on you. So make haste.
As I said, I don't know if there will be. I mean, the tar and things would be stored down here. But as I said, they might have been doing some repairs up on deck and needed some. I've actually had to roll for that one because it's like a 50-50 chance they'll have.
He can scurry away and bring it back to me if there is some. Or he can tell me if it's in the fucking room we're about to burst into.
He brings you back some. It's only a small bucket though.
Okay, that's fine. Does he know if there's any more oil or anything in this room we're about to bring?
Yeah, there'll be oil and things in there.
Lamp oil.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I grab who's not involved in the conversation amongst our group? Because at the moment it's Hans and So I'm just going to gather everybody who's not Hans and Richter.
Yeah.
So obnoxious. I have an idea. There's some barrels of oil in that room. If we can find them, we can cover them in oil. And I've got some tar here. If we cover them in oil and tar, their visibility won't mean anything. Also, we can set them on fire. Not sure that's a great plan for the ship, but it's something.
So yeah, tarring and feathering them would be a good plan.
Yeah. Well, just the because tar's generally hot and gloopy, so covering them in tar makes them at least somewhat. It gives you something to swing at. Is more my idea.
Yeah, yeah, splattering them with tar would give you something to swing for. And negate.
It might also limit their mobility.
There wouldn't be that much tar down there, but there would be enough that you'd have something solid to swing at.
Or that's why I asked for oil as well, because then you can just set the oil on fire and it'll burn.
I was gonna say, if we're quick about it, yeah, set them on fire and then just get it out when it's done.
Captain, just give a little word before you rush in.
I'll nod an acknowledgement. I'll say through the door, I can't promise you gold when we land, but I can promise you safe passage, on the condition that no fighting happens among the. On the condition that you don't harm anyone on the ship.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Because I can't promise them gold that I don't know.
Roll persuasion, and you should have bardic inspiration that should give you a boat. Should give you. Hold on, let's see. You get an inspiration die, a 1d6 for 10 minutes.
All right, so I'll roll persuasion and a d6.
You add it to an ability check, attack roll, saving throw. It's added.
Okay, rolling persuasion. It's a 4.
Oh.
So if I roll a d6, like I
that
think
wouldn't help.
No.
Well, I mean, what if we hired them as mercenaries? It'd be no different than paying somebody with gold. And if they want any gold from us, they have to get it from, they're not taking gold from the bags of holding, just store everything in there. And then if they want any, they can do whatever it is that we need them to do. Maybe fix anything that they broke on the ship. Until we can get somewhere, make landfall somewhere else and get rid of them.
Yeah, you could propose that to him.
Well, I'm actually, I guess, speaking in character, so.
That's an idea. I'll shout through the door.
Well, actually, Obnus, why don't you try persuading them with that offer?
Okay. Hey, creatures, I've got a solution, potentially. What if we hired you and paid you in gold? And you could do mercenary work. It's not a bad gig, I just got out of a job like that. And persuasion is a 14.
I mean, it makes sense that they'd be more receptive to an offer that involves gold.
Well, yeah, they get paid it, so they can eat what they get paid. The more work you do, the more you get paid. I mean, having some of them along as part of your crew would be pretty advantageous, considering we have an enemy who likes to play silly games. We would have invisible creatures to help us out. We'll even give you names, if you don't have them already.
We have names in our own
Excellent.
language.
We'll call you by your name. Instead of calling you creature. What's your name?
You could not say it in common.
Good, then we'll give you names that we could say in common. And you get to be part of the crew. Paid in gold.
Not sure of this. Need home. Was starving on other ship.
Other ship.
Ah,
Friend
you came over with our short friend over here.
Friend said, come here. Would find food. Then you kill us.
So Super Hans is responsible.
No. Other short friend. Captain other ship.
Oh, the goblin.
I believe that goblin captain needs a good pounding after this is all said and done.
I believe he owes us a lot of money.
That's what I get for being nice.
His ship.
Well, our
had
captain's
no
more
money.
reliable than that guy.
His ship had no money. He was looking for you. You, Richter captain. And you.
He was looking for me specifically.
Yes, you, Richter captain. And you, Hans.
Yeah, of course he was.
He said, must find you. Must take your money. Feed family.
Der Capitan?
Yes.
I think Anthos has been at his dirty work again. And he's been using creatures again.
You know, I think it might be time for me to challenge this captain to a duel.
Thus, that's his name.
And
Thus and.
Ah, the false god, the liar.
ah.
Of course.
All right.
He came on board with us.
Is he here now?
No.
No.
He wears armor. Laughed about. Said, Nando not see me. He found funny that the Nando could not see him. Mocked him. My sister, the one who left. She said, you were eating, and he and Super Hans laughed. Said, Nando not see you.
So Anthos came on the ship with Super Hands.
I don't know who these are.
No, of course you wouldn't.
The short, loud guy.
Yes. The squeaky one. He does not know who Goblin is. Goblin was Goblin. We were on board Goblin's ship, starving. New captain came on board with Super Hans. Told us of Richter captain. and way to survive. We came on board your ship when our home sank. And fed.
Ah, I see. So it was that bloody Cyclops.
Well, getting paid for what you do is much better than sneaking around and hoping you don't get caught and murdered.
The main thing is we would like to not have to fight.
Or kill.
Can we? And I'm
They
sure.
don't. The captains, they don't seem to be evils. They seem to just be, and it sounds like they've been manipulated.
Yes, I concur. We don't. Excuse me. We don't want to risk ourselves fighting, and I'm sure if you really think about it, neither do you. So,
yes, we cannot control your ship. We were hoping not to be found, but too many of us ate too much. Was spotted.
I don't know if I can.
We would starve on your ship.
them.
Basically,
Well, that's what I'm trying.
What they're saying is they basically couldn't pilot your ship. If it turned into a fight, even if they won, they don't know how to control your ship. They'd be stuck.
Right. Yeah.
They'd eat everything you had on you, and then they wouldn't be able to go into your bags of holding, so they'd starve.
Well, we
I guess I'm
can't
gonna
have that.
look at Fernando and be like, well, Mr. Bard, maybe you can use your powers of persuasion to convince them to do some mercenary work with us. I think that's really the best solution. They get food, we get work done, and we have protection, and they already have a bit of a bone to pick with
Okay.
our current enemy.
Can I have Hans try and talk to them
Yeah.
first before we have before we have Fernando, just in case.
All right, I'll step aside at Hans's gesture and let him approach.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna knock through and just go and just say, "Hello, my name is Hans. I am one of the crew members here. I would rather not have any more bloodshed on this ship. I'd rather not have anyone of my fellow crew members die, and I'd rather not have you die. I was raised in a village that believes that all creatures, no matter what, have a right to exist, and that includes you. I understand that you need our gold to survive, and I understand that you're hungry, but you've been manipulated by a false god who's trying to use you for evil things to hurt other people. I don't believe that you yourselves are doing what you're doing to harm others intentionally. You just want to survive. I can't promise we'll give you every single bit of our gold, but my crew members offer you would at least be fed, and you would survive, and you wouldn't need to hide. So I implore you to please consider your own people's survival, and trust us.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get to the page, but it's not.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all right.
That's
all
why
right.
I was on. Okay, I've got a +6 to persuasion, so come on. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You can't make this up, Fernando. It's your turn.
Could have been worse.
It could have been.
It could
Sorry,
have been
what did you
a
roll?
1.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
Even with a +6 to persuasion.
9, 9,
The dice.
9, 9, 9.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9!
No, that's,
Oh, yeah,
that's
and
what you've rolled.
What? I know.
Your last roll was a 9 as well.
I know.
Your 2 rolls have both been 9s.
I know.
Oh no. The dice are not on our side tonight.
I would like to interject slightly. I don't think having these things hang around is such a good idea. You keep treating them like they are creatures of good, but they are not. They are demons. They are evil creatures. They will kill and strip whatever they find. Such is the way of being a devil.
Even evil creatures have their price.
Yeah, I mean, look at Razor Eye. Jumanji.
I'm just putting it out there. These are grotesque abominations that should not walk our world.
Well, the same could be said for a couple of us.
The problem is, I don't know if I can square killing an entire family of creatures who were just trying to survive, and even if I could, anything goes wrong in there, we're buggered. Like that's where all our food supplies are. There's a lot of oil in there. Fire could break out. The ship could sink. We're in a pretty
just for an outlook. That is what we're facing. That's what these things are. They're evil demons. They're not good creatures.
Well, at one point in time, didn't people see tieflings as the same?
Ah, yes. Well, we do possess bean blood. We also enough human to be able to make decisions on where we find ourselves on the alignment scale. But again, some tieflings are notorious fiends and murderers.
So, is Fernando attempting to persuade us to just attack them?
Kind of, but out of character. To mind you, I don't think keeping these things around is a fucking good idea, personally.
Well, I personally think it'd be awesome as a potential weapon.
Until they start killing you in your sleep for more gold.
As long as you're feeding them, you know. I don't know what their daily intake of gold is, but, you know, as long as you're giving them, I mean, no different than any crew member, essentially.
Well, no, they came
We
onto
can
the
feed
ship.
them gold and pay them silver.
They came onto the ship when we killed that Cyclops. That wasn't more than a day or two ago.
Oh, they also said they glutted because they were starving.
Yeah. But that was a lot of gold, even for 11 of them. Like, it was easily in the area of hundreds of thousands of gold pieces. Even taking into account the fact that the ship and crew would have had to have spent a fair bit on supplies in the intervening weeks.
I just saw that picture. They're not exactly lookers, are they?
No.
Looks like seduction's after them, though.
Everybody only likes the pretty demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they were succubi or incubi, I wouldn't be having this discussion.
Which are just as evil and would kill the crew slowly.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd be more fun.
They'd kill the crew slowly in the way that alcohol kills you slowly, though. Like,
Oh, they could kill you faster than that. I mean, they have the potential
to a
to.
succubi or an incubi.
right. Well, in character, Richter has no reason to want to kill them, and fighting them presents a big risk to his ship and his crew, so he's understandably hesitant. However, he does trust Fernando's judgment. If Fernando were to tell him, this is a bad idea, we've got to get in there and deal with them, that would carry a lot of weight. but I don't know. Like, oh, I don't know what the in-character thing to do here is.
Well, good or evil doesn't mean a lot to me, as long as we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I am debating on how much Fernando would want them actually get off, like, gone.
Well, he has also been slashed by one, so there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Fernando
did
does seem to
try to
hold
surround
good.
and maul me to death. So I don't think we can trust them. They have already tried to put a not so fun gangbang on Fernando already.
And there's the obligatory sex joke.
I'll call up. Shagarat's still on the helm, right?
Yeah.
Would he be able to tell me how far out we are from land? Or, well, because all he knows is the heading.
Yeah, he wouldn't know how far out it is.
Right. And nor would I, because we can't navigate. So we are an indeterminate distance from land. Could be a day, could be a month.
But these are not our only problems, of course. We have the problem on deck. And when I see that captain, I am going to give him a serious punishment.
Right. I mean, this is going to be a tough fight if it comes to a fight.
Well, personally, I'm with Richter. I can't see the benefit of killing an entire family of creatures.
But Richter does trust Fernando and therefore wouldn't be too quick to trust them. I'll tell you what. I do have. Hold on. I'll step away from the door. Ask Hans to keep them talking. I do have the augury spell. By casting Gem Lane sticks, rolling dragon bones, and laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens: wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, or nothing if the results aren't especially good or bad. If I used that spell, could it tell me how not killing them would go? No, could it tell me how fighting them would go?
It's not a magic 8-ball spell.
Actually, that's kind of exactly what the spell is.
That's strange. I should be able to try again later. What was the result?
Okay, so all right, it's a.
Actually, no. What's the spell called? Or
sorry,
what's it called? Augur.
Augury, yeah. Augury.
There.
The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll in secret. Oh, I'm risking a 2nd level spell slot.
Out of character, I'm just saying there's a part of me that's dying inside because I know there's a tool that is available that might be able to convince them to at least disappear for a time.
Oh, that's a point. No, that's a point.
Oh?
I have the Rod of Security.
So you could send them away?
I can send... Oh, but I would have to go with them, I think. The rod then,
somebody else cast it. One of the crew members.
while holding this rod, you can use an action to activate it. The rod then instantly transports you and up to 199 other willing creatures you can see.
Yeah, but they have to be willing.
If you told them they were going to a place full of gold,
to a paradise
sure
that
they'd be willing.
exists in an extra planear space. You choose the form that the paradise takes. It could be a tranquil garden, lovely glade, cheery tavern, immense palace, tropical light. I mean, I was going to take Taddy on a honeymoon with that.
So your plan is to sacrifice someone by transporting them to an extra planar realm.
What if he gave it to them and told them how to use it?
It's a really rare equipment.
You'd have to be able to deceive them into believing that it would take them to a land of gold.
Well, ultimately, if they believed that, and when they used it, they would go to a land of gold.
Yeah. But you'd have to be able to deceive them into using it, believing that it would take them to a land of gold.
Regardless of its nature,
as it would take them time to realise that by the time they realised it was a trick, your ship will have sailed far enough away that when they teleport back, they'll just be in the sea.
Yeah.
I can try and persuade them of that. Not a problem.
Fernando?
Regardless of its nature, the paradise contains enough water and food to sustain its visitors. Everything else that can be interacted with inside the extraplanar space can exist only there. For example, a flower picked can't.
So it wouldn't actually be a lie either, because by the sounds of it, it would just make gold for them to eat while they're there.
Yeah, but only while they're there. They couldn't take it out with them.
Yeah, well, the question is, do they just arrive on the if they leave there, do they just arrive on the map somewhere like you're saying, or is it they arrive inside the belly of the ship again?
No, they appear where you were. The spell was not. The spell was not sort of. The item doesn't tend to take into account being on large moving vehicles.
Yeah, so you would appear latitude and longitude where you were.
Yeah.
It technically accounts for I think the globe turning, so you appear where you were, but it doesn't account for ships moving per chance.
Yeah. When the time runs out or you use an action to end it, all visitors reappear in the location they occupied when you activated the rod, or an unoccupied space nearest that location. The rod can't be used again until 10 days have passed.
So they just have to swim. They just have to paddle for 10 days.
I don't know if I want to give it them though. I mean, Obnoxious gave me that, and I was going to use it to take Taddy somewhere nice.
That's up to you. It's up to you, Captain. I mean, I can persuade them to take it.
Indeed.
I mean, it ultimately doesn't even have to come up into conversation necessarily either, because I kind of clued it in from knowledge from another character. So it was just paining me. I was feeling almost physical pain knowing that it was there.
What do you think, Captain? I can definitely give it a shot.
Fernando, you're the de facto first mate. What do you think we should do here?
I think that is the simple solution to our problem, actually.
I have to side with Fernando here. We're not actively lying to them. We are giving them some things. They won't starve, but it also makes sure that none of us get hurt. And as horrible as it will sound, Capitan, they won't be our problem.
Can I keep one?
My only
Can I
concern
just have
is
one?
someone else's problem.
They're the water's problem.
And if it fails, they'll attack us anyway, so we'll have to deal with that problem as well. So you either lose the rod or keep the rod, but we kind of have to deal with this.
to sacrifice the zero.
This is our one shot to get them off the ship without a fight. I think.
Damn it all. I'll have to find some. I'll have to find some other vacation plans then, I guess.
We'll talk to Grandma.
We'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
I wonder if Obnoxious thought this would be what it was used for when he gave it to me. Oh well.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
from that point of view, out of character, I could tell you that Obnoxious may have thought of it on his own had he been there.
We have. So I'm gonna lean to the door. I think we have a compromise. We have this item that will transport you to a world of your choosing. It will make everything for you, including as much gold as you can eat. And I am willing to come into the room and give you this item so you can use it right now, if you are amenable to this idea.
If they take it, I'll just delete it from my inventory.
I'm gonna open the door in good faith and quickly shut it behind me.
Okay. See. Okay, you've worded it in a very particular way. You've been very careful in how you worded it because you didn't say a permanent home. You just said a place which will, where you can find food. So it would be persuasion, not deception, because you've not told them anything that is a lie.
I was hoping to, before I make this persuasion roll, to come in with the rod and look one of them in the face first, whoever their de facto leader is.
I'll be right back.
Can't Fernando,
there's one of them just inside the door.
Cool.
Don't you have that ability to make them do something, like to compel them?
On the one I'm making the persuasion roll for, I'm going to cast the spell Friends. Wait, are they hostile to me currently? Because I'm coming in with all good faith and holding the rod in front of me. No hands on weapon. I'm just holding a rod in front of me with my hand in my hand. And we have been talking to them, so I'm not hostile to them at the moment.
No.
Sorry about that. I think I just threw up a little.
You're right.
I don't know. I just suddenly had a bad taste in my mouth and just threw up in the bathroom. I seem to be fine now. It's out of me, but I don't know if I ate something weird at dinner. I'm fine for now. I just did.
Make sure to have some water or something.
I've got. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. My wife has it beaten into my skull that water. It's there every time I have some booze.
Yeah.
I'll be okay. It just might have been something funny I ate at dinner. It was chicken.
Never touch the stuff. Fish fucking it.
Sorry, did I miss anything?
Is this creature hostile to me currently as I've just walked in with my hands up holding this rod that I'm offering them?
No, because otherwise they'd have attacked you immediately if they were
cool.
hostile.
I'm going to cast Friends, the spell Friends, and then I'm going to try and persuade them.
Okay, so do they have any kind of save or?
No, it's a spell I cast on myself.
Oh, okay.
But it only works if the creature. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile toward you.
Okay.
It just gives me advantages on charisma checks, which persuasion is.
Okay.
So we're going to go with a 24 for my persuasion for them to take this rod and leave, and I'm going to explain to them how to work the rod. And I'm just going to hold it out.
Tell them how to work the shaft.
And then I'm just going to hold it out in front of me for them to take. And you can take all your friends with you.
they turn to each other and sort of go, and it would take us safe from here?
Yes, 100% safe.
And food?
And food.
As much food as they want.
All the food you can eat.
Then we accept.
I'm just hand them the rod.
We simply seek not to starve.
Understandable. Don't worry, der Capitan. We will make it up to you. We will make it up to you in Eclipse.
I don't think I actually told her about the Rod of Security or that I was planning to use it for that.
Then good. Then good. Don't tell her.
They take the rod and disappear.
Huh.
Deleting the rod.
I'm sorry, Ollie.
I'm kind of sad though. I just wanted one. I just wanted to keep one of them.
You can have the corpse if you want.
I needed the sneaky weird creature for my own uses.
I was going to say, you're not playing obnoxious anymore. You can't just like claim stuff.
No, he's pulling an Aladdin the Paladin.
I'm just gonna Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door, lean against the door. Ah, see? Simple. Nice and convincing conversation.
Yes, but that does leave another question, Fernando. We need to deal with the Goblin and Super Hans.
Yes, and Hans, that is literally my next course of pull, and I draw my sword and I'm gonna start walking upstairs.
There are some asses that need fucking here. Sorry, I had to throw in a Game of Thrones reference that Ollie would get. Pull out the sword and run up the stairs. I'm just going to go over to Richter. I'm going to say, Der Capitan, I appreciate what you've done. It's not much, but I'll have it when we get to our village, my village. I'll have a talk with Grandmutter. We'll make this up to you.
It's all right, Hans. The well-being of my crew is more important than any vacation.
It's the gestures. It's the gesture. Something. It's just something my grandmother said. People who puts the safety of others above their happiness. We take gestures like that very seriously where I'm from. So I just want you to know it means a lot.
Thank you, Hans. And
I know
I'd probably better go and make sure Fernando doesn't flay Super Hans alive.
Oh, why not? For some reason, I keep imagining him like. For some reason, I know this isn't what. Sorry, Jumanji. I know this isn't what Hawk's done, but for some reason, I'm imagining him small and blue and looking like one of the people from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No, I'm not the Oompa Loompa.
Oh, like.
I mean, that girl that turned blue.
Violet Beauregard.
Yeah, I'm imagining that for some reason, and I don't know why.
See, when you said blue, I thought, what is Super Hans has suddenly turned into Faker?
Either that, or he's turned into a Smurf.
Oh no,
I know the
He-Man character. Yeah.
Oh God. You know what? Knowing you, that would not surprise me if that was on your mind.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said he's blue. I was like, when is he? He's done like the Faker toy line in the show. He looked exactly like He-Man, but then his toy is suddenly turned into he's suddenly blue. He's become Faker.
Oh yeah, he's blue. Dabba dee die. If he was green, he would die. If he was green, he would die.
But has he got evil feet?
I don't know. That's entirely up to you. Does he have evil feet? And does he have an evil mustache? and smoke an evil cigarette through an evil cigarette holder?
No, because that was the thing during the He-Man toy line. If they had pronged
I know.
feet,
I'm familiar with the Faker toy.
yeah, if they had pronged feet, they were evil. Which is how Zodak, the Guardian of the Galaxy, turned out to be evil, just because his toy had pronged toes.
Why do I get the feeling,
even though he's a good guy in the show?
Why do I get the feeling the next time we have a conversation, we're going to have a very long conversation about that particular toy line that's got a massive, bootleg toy line of very clearly He-Man rip-off things that has the rabbit hole so deep, I'm pretty sure we're in China.
Yeah, the galaxy hole. But we've already had that discussion, because I told you about how I've got Boltard.
eBay link set up to find them.
I have Boltard.
Oh, God.
They're so expensive.
I know.
Crazy expensive. Like 40 quid for a knockoff He-Man.
I know. It's redonkulous.
Right. Okay, so I'm assuming everyone's going to be looking for Super Hans and
there's going to be a lot of goose stepping upstairs.
And I mean, is that what you're going to do as a group? You're going to look for Super Hans and the Goblin Captain.
Capita?
I suppose I should.
That's what Fernando's doing. He's looking for those two.
Well then, I'm backing up Fernando.
Well, you get to the galley. In the middle of the galley, Super Hans and the Goblin Captain are sitting eating.
Oh, he finally found something for Brunhilde that he can eat? Or is he just complaining about it still?
Oh, he's grumbling to himself and grumbling to the Goblin Captain.
As I approach them, can I use the last charge on my Gem of Seeing for the day?
Yep.
To see if they're shapeshifted or anything.
Super Hans.
Or if there's anything invisible.
Super Hans looks perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm.
And the Goblin Captain is wearing all-encompassing plate armor.
He's wearing plate armor, but he's not wearing without the gem seeing.
The gem gives you true sight, but it can't see through things.
But just remember what you learned from Thanos.
If someone's wearing like full plate, and you can't see their eyes, you can't see that they're disguised. If you like looked in their eye slot or something like that, you would see that they would if they were disguised or not. But unless you can actually see their body, you can't see whether they're disguised or not.
Okay.
I did some research to find a way around your true sight.
To get around visibly being able to detect illusions. It says I
for,
can detect illusions, though.
Yeah, for the armor's not an illusion.
Okay.
It was in case you like crossed him on the corridor or something. Because remember, he's been here for a couple of sessions.
Cool. I'm just gonna go with what I was originally gonna do. He's still a goblin, right? Like he's still the same size as a goblin.
He's about the size of a hobgoblin, but he has got like a big.
Shit.
He's got like a big, mooned helmet. So he has got enough mass that it might actually be a normal human size person inside it.
Okay, but with my strength score, I won't be able to pick him up.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna walk up to him, put my blade to his throat, and go, "You piece of shit! What are you hiding? You're going to tell me now, or I'm going to run you through."
Hello.
Hello. He turns his head.
No.
He turns his head. You say you're going to run me through? Why? Your captain give me and crew safe passage.
Have I got there yet? Or am I still...
Yeah, you all get there at the same time.
Where am I at the moment? Or more importantly, where are we actually?
They're in the galley.
Galley. Have we not reached the village yet?
No. The combat has actually taken surprisingly a long time.
Well, to be fair, a lot of it was moral conundrum.
Yes. Which
It
was
was
fun.
It was. It was. Although apart from the whole me having to run off and puke, it was all good.
It was less a combat and more a dialogue about morality followed by negotiations.
You guys have really got to learn to abandon your morality. It just makes life so much simpler.
Yeah, but the thing is, much like everything else in every other thing you say things like this, you lack context.
Yes, I know. In this case, I'm doing it on purpose for comical sake.
You didn't have much choice because they were in a play. There were too many of them for take with ending. They've been tricked into coming on the ship, and to top it all off, they were in the place where all of our food is, and they could easily have destroyed it.
Yeah, it was in our best interest to avoid the fight if we could.
Yeah, I take it wasn't possible to bribe them with all the gold you were storing.
Not permanently.
They ate it all.
They ate it
They've already eaten all the gold we were storing.
So you have no gold?
I mean, we have what we had on us.
We have it out. We do have, like, whatever's in the bags of holding, but we don't, like, a chest full.
I mean, I still have what is in universe terms, a lot of money on my person. Not as much as Fernando,
he could buy a mansion and retire and never have to work for a life for a millennia.
I don't have that much.
As long as you can still afford my services, I guess we're all right then.
Of course we can.
I'm not going to tell you how much gold I have, but it's a disgusting amount.
Okay, well that's enough of me rudely interrupting. Where are we now?
Well, I was just asking where you were. You scouted ahead and will have come back and, but
yes. Let's say I asked him to see if he could ascertain how close we were to land.
Well, do you want to talk with me now, or are you doing something at this particular time?
We are.
I mean, I guess I'm landing on deck. If you're nowhere near there, then I guess I'm just going to come looking for you.
We're currently on deck, and I've got my sword to a goblin's throat.
No, you're in the galley.
Oh, we're in the galley.
Yeah. Which would be one of the first places he goes to, because, you know, even if he can't find you on deck, he's probably going to want to have something to eat first before, like, you know, because he's going to have been expelling a lot of energy flying for that long. So yeah, probably food and food report, and then sort of rest would be what
Well, I'm a professional, so I kind of prioritize the work over myself. So I guess give. So I think it'll be report to the captain and then get something to eat.
Well, I meant if you couldn't find him on deck. You're not going to search around to tell him nothing, because, you couldn't find land.
I think what I'm going to say is, well, I hope the captain's in the galley, because that's where I'm going to be looking, because I am starving.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you've had a disappointing search, so it's like, I'll give him the bad news after I've eaten. No point giving bad news on an empty stomach.
I figured I had found some land, but all right.
Nope.
Well, that's me sorted. Where are the rest of you guys then?
Well, they're in the galley.
Story-wise, not location.
Oh, story-wise, we've just dealt with the creatures. All he's had to give up is basically his honeymoon, but we got rid of them peacefully.
Fernando's we found out that the goblin captain.
We found out that the goblin captain and Super Hans might be suspicious. Who'd have thought?
Well, they were responsible for them being there in the first place, so technically they owe us quite a bit of money.
And an explanation.
We'll see if you get both. I mean, I'm not going to arrive in the galley, so knock yourselves out.
So, what you actually... Okay, so you've heard his response to your threat, Fernando. He just seems confused.
The captain, when he let you on board, didn't know you were going to betray us like a lying piece of shit. I'm going to start actually pushing my sword into his throat. So I suggest you be honest and tell me why you're really here looking for us. For Fernando doesn't like being laughed at behind his back.
Oh, and I've been laughing behind your back for so long, Fernando.
Of course you have. Doesn't mean I like it.
Oh well. I knew you'd find out eventually.
You know, it just occurred to me, I should have asked another question before I walked into this room and put my sword to this guy's throat. How many of his goblins are in here?
It doesn't matter, we can take him.
None of his golem... None of his,
his crew.
None of his crew are in there.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, I'd imagine that you've got a hold of the main golem anyway. He has a tendency not to actually be where he is, so...
And he's going to make a surprise attack.
Of course he is. Is it really a surprise when I'm holding my sword to his throat?
If you're holding your sword to his throat, you're expecting him to be helpless. So if he attacks you, it is going to surprise you.
He's not attacking you.
Oh. Oh, okay. Intrigue.
Well, still, he's a hostage, so you're not expecting him to fight. That'll make it a surprise.
He's attacking Super Hans.
Huh.
Huh, okay. That is a surprise.
With
I was not expecting that.
3 of his attacks.
Holy fuck.
This has me worried that it's going to initiate some kind of transformation in Super Hans.
So that's going to be 25 to hit. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Oh Jesus.
But... Oh no, he still gets the same +1. So that's a 25 to hit with the first attack.
Holy shit.
23 to hit with the second attack.
Oh my god.
And a nat 1 on the final one, so he's failed. 21 damage.
You've had quite the hold on him there.
He's basically blown a hole through Super Hans.
Oh my god.
Shit.
And nothing of value was lost.
I
Do
forgot
I
he
get
gets
a
advantage
reaction?
on. It was a blast from his eyes. He's basically just blown a hole straight through Super Hans.
Why am I imagining?
He homelandered him.
I don't think even if I had my lay on hands points, I don't think I'm fixing that.
Yeah, he's basically done like a God Skeletor sort of like golden radiant beams from his eyes have just basically blown a hole straight through Super Hans' chest.
So there is basically no saving Super Hands after that, is there?
No, he is
very much dead.
He is going to be dead in moments after an unpleasant sort of coughing and spluttering and maybe some final words for Hans.
Of course.
Well, I've got to have him say something.
Like when somebody's sinking in lava and puts up their middle finger kind of thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, roll initiative.
You know, I've got to remember. I've just been reading my features and traits, and there's an ability I've never used that I keep forgetting I have for short rests. Oh, it's a short rest only. It gives everyone an extra plus D6 dice to any hit points they regain.
Oh yeah.
So it makes you feel any better. I've always been able to use an extra attack apparently, and I've never done it. So.
If it makes you feel any better, If it makes you feel any better, there are all kinds of things I kept thinking I had the ability to do as Jim Deadman, but never occurred to me to do it.
Perhaps you should have Razor Eye roll his initiative.
Wasn't going to because I thought I wasn't in the room, but all right. I have 14.
Yeah, it automatically puts it in. They're not there. They're not there.
I think we're about to get swarmed with goblins, people.
So, Fernando goes first.
Hey!
When you need him.
Okay, do I think this guy is going to be a tough asshole?
Well, you've just seen him blow a hole through someone, so it wouldn't be a stretch to think that.
But what if we all just gank him?
I'm going to put a Hexblade's curse on him straight away, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Ollie, he just blew a hole through someone's chest. I don't think ganking him is going to be... He's going to work out as well as you think.
But consider this, I have 2 very large hammers.
Look. So can you just make sure he's tagged with the Hexblade's curse? He is cursed.
I curse you.
And then I'm going to...
This bitch is cursed.
Kirsty.
Well, we don't have a leprechaun to throw at him.
Okay, cool. And then I'm just going to thrust my sword forward. Hopefully into his throat. Ooh. For a 17?
Yeah, that's him.
So this is 16, 17, 18, 19 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Garrus, no.
Yeah.
And then I'll make another attack roll to take my blade out for a natural 20 for 29.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I will use a... I'm going to do a couple of things, so... Because I got a natural 20. So this is... Rapier damage is 20 piercing. Then I'll spend a Bardic Inspiration for a defensive flourish. For a further 13 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. It won't let me add 13 to my armor class, it'll only let me add 10. It'll only let me have an armor class of 30. And then I'm going to... Where is it? Blood Fury tattoo his face.
Okay.
In your face, I guess.
That's a tattoo in your face, you fine ass bitch.
For an extra 30 necrotic damage.
Damn, Nando. You're spicier than a chimichanga right now.
Nice.
That would be me. That would be me done.
Okay, so
That was 63. That was 63 damage from that one attack.
next it's Hans's turn.
Right, well. Let's see. Actions. Let's see. Right, Ollie said. Oh yeah, I should probably point out as well. Ollie, you didn't use the Bardic Inspiration I gave you, did you?
No, I still have that for an attack
Good.
roll.
Good.
Unless 10 minutes have passed since you gave it me.
No, you wouldn't have taken that long.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a rage. And then I'm going to swing a battle axe for 23.
Nice.
And 13 damage. And then, depending on the position I'm in, I'm going to swing my longsword with the other hand. For 20.
Yeah,
Dirty
that's
20.
in. Yeah, that's a hit.
For 14. And that's about all I can do right now.
Okay.
And good timing as well, because I need to do another rush.
Richter, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, if I click inspiration, a little sun appears. Okay. Right, so it's just the one target. It's Anthos in the guise of the goblin.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna use both of my actions and bonus action to attack him.
Okay.
Just wail on him with hammers. So, rolling to hit. 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
And I'm going to Blood Fury tattoo this. Okay, so rolling bludgeoning damage for 11, and on that it's 4d6 necrotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And an extra 14 necrotic for 26 damage for that first attack. Rolling to hit with the second attack. 14 to hit. Does that get through?
No.
Alright, rolling to hit again with the bonus action. Come on, come on. Ah, 17 to hit. What about that?
That's in.
That's in. Okay,
Yeah.
Blood Fury again. And let me just use the charge. Blood Fury again. And rolling for bludgeoning damage. That's 10. And rolling 4d6 necrotic. That's another 11. So 21 damage off that one. Plus another 26 from the other attack. Total.
I've been minusing it off as we go.
Oh right, okay. Okay, and that's all my actions spent. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Razor Eye, you've just walked in on everyone going after the goblin captain.
This I've had this thing going through my. I've had this thought going through my head. If I flew behind them and shot at them behind, and they started coming after me, would everyone else get an advantage attack?
Well, you can't. There isn't enough room to fly behind them.
We are inside at the moment.
Yeah. Assuming I could, though, would that work?
Yeah.
No chance I could run behind them, could I?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh well, that's food for thought for another day.
You're gonna get pretty much advantage anyway, because you're gonna surprise him.
Him. So there's a primary target.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's only one target.
And you're arriving late to the scene, so he's not going to be expecting a shot from you.
Okay.
He doesn't know you're there.
I'm going to take aim with my musket then.
Yeah.
Can I shoot through the door so he doesn't
I've really got to get
Thingy
to build you a gun.
Hey?
I've really got to get Dukes to build you a gun.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that'd be good of you. I like presents.
Because basically you can't hurt this guy.
Oh, okay. What's the point then?
As I didn't realise, I was just reading through it and then remembered, you don't actually have a magical weapon. Or a silver weapon, so your shots will be entertaining, but will not actually do any damage, but you don't know that.
They won't do any bludgeoning damage? Oh, and also I accidentally hit something when I was scrolling, so there was a roll in there that was random.
I have a weapon planned for you. It is ready to actually be added to your character, but it will involve... Yeah, you don't have it at the moment.
Well, I guess I don't... Well, since I don't know this can't hurt, I guess I'll just go through the motions and shoot.
Yeah.
13, that's a miss, right?
Yeah, that's a miss.
Alright, firing again. 16.
That's a hit.
Alright, rolling the damage. 15 damage. Well, won't be damage, but
it would have been, but it isn't.
I guess I'm just gonna. I guess I'm now just gonna say to myself, "Blast it! Musket doesn't work."
Yeah, you need to have a chat with Dukes after this combat.
Dukes at the moment.
Dukes is up on deck with Long Tom.
Can I upon realizing that my musket doesn't work, can I run back to deck to see if I can get a better weapon from Jukes?
You wouldn't be able to. Well, it would take some time for Jukes to build it.
Well, can I go run up to him anyway to see if he has something? Even well, I don't know that, do I?
No, you don't.
Well, okay, I'm just going to go up to him and see if he has something I can work with then, because that's really
Yeah.
not much point if I
because you
can't even
just
hurt
tried
anyone.
and it didn't seem to hurt this guy. And
Yes.
I love the idea Racer Guy just kind of walks to the door, shoots him, no damage, and then just puts his hands behind his head and starts whistling as he walks off.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's not quite like that. It's not quite that, Fernando. It's more of a case of, damn, this isn't working. I'm going to see if I can get something better.
Just bang! Sees it has no effect. Nope. Going away.
I don't wish I had more than one magical weapon to throw you, but I only have one magical weapon.
Well, knowing my luck, it probably wouldn't work for me anyway, because I am a marksman. So yeah, if there are no objections, I'm going to flee the scene in hopes that I can find a better weapon. Even though I can't, but it's metagaming if I know that, so I'm just going to go investigate anyway.
Because you'll need Fernando's help with it anyway, eventually.
All right.
Yeah.
So no objections. I'm leaving the scene in hopes I can find a better weapon.
Obnus, it's your turn.
All right, can you do me a favor? Can you verify, because in actions, if you scroll all the way down on my character, it says extra attack special. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding that as I can take 2 attacks every single time.
Well, you get 1 action per turn, and that means
if you use that action for an attack, you can attack twice, I think is how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Unless it's not, it doesn't specify that it's counting the bonus action.
No, you don't get bonus action is a different type of action to a standard action.
Okay, so it wouldn't count that. So it's literally just 2 attacks with the bonus action.
No, it's
okay.
2 attacks with the standard action.
What I mean is 2 attacks and a bonus action available to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how.
There's so many opportunities I should have had to use this, and I didn't.
That's how fighters can get 4 attacks. Well, 5 attacks potentially. Because they have a thing which allows them to have a second action, a second full action.
Fighters can get a maximum of.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to go into like the full I was going off this, I didn't want to blow their minds. I mean, I've toyed with it and got like 7 actions.
I think level 20 fighter with no shenanigans can get 9. In a turn.
I know. I've managed to get like with a level 10, 7 actions. I think it was 7. Because it was like, yeah.
With 2 attacks per action and a bonus action, that's 15 attacks in a turn.
No, that's with it. It's 2 attack. It was like that and something else, which gave him 2 other attacks. I think it was like claws or something, which gave him 2 other attacks.
Fighters get an extra attack at another attack at level 11 and 20.
Yeah.
So they can take 4 attacks in an action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to cast Thunderous Smite on my spear.
Yeah.
I'll just use a packed slot. And then I am going to use my Grim Spear to attack him. So this will be the first one. 14 for a 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, so let's see. That's 2 plus 2 is 4, and then I need to go over to spells for the Thunderous Smite, which is only for the first one, which is 5 more. And then I guess I'll use my second attack.
Oh, hold on.
Which is a 25.
Oh, that'll stand, but because it wouldn't matter if you had advantage on that one. He fails his strength check, so he's knocked back. I can't remember if it's 5 feet or 10 feet, and he's knocked prone.
He's thrown. Yeah, he's thrown 10 feet and knocked prone.
Yeah. By a thunderous smite.
Nice.
But
I forgot it does that.
Depends. He might just smash into the walls.
Yeah, pretty much he does.
All right. All right. So then my second attack is a nat 20 for 25.
Yeah.
So that one.
See, this is the point where you get to do the obscene damage.
Not too much. It's only 6.
Yeah, but you also cast Divine Smite.
Oh.
Yeah. Which you... Divine Smite is the one that Rick Torres uses because of... Ollie, can you explain Divine Smite?
Right. Okay,
Spend
I'll
one
get
spell
the...
slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage.
Except you would be doing 4d8.
So 4d8 extra radiant damage to target plus 1d8 or 2d8 for plus the 1d8 for each spell level higher than first.
So if you did it on a second level spell slot, you'd get 3d8. Or
so
instead of...
All right. I don't see that in my list there. Or do I just roll it separate?
You...
Is this other limited use, channel divinity, divine sense, lay on hands, harness divine power. All right, trying to find it.
I'm just looking as well. It was just taking me a little while to have a...
It'll be under features and traits, not under your spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have a button. You just roll however many d8 you want.
Oh, okay.
And you just cross out one of your spell slots, whichever spell slot you want to use.
Well, if I'm using second level, I do have one more second level slot. So I'll do that.
Do you currently get double dice on this attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the nat 20.
Right. So on a level 2, you'd get 68, I think. That's right, isn't it?
Okay, and D8 is which ones? I still get confused.
Third one from the bottom.
Okay, the one that's above the square.
Yeah.
And you say you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Ooh. And that is for 28.
So it was...
Features and traits. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, shoot. There's a bunch of stuff down there that I just hadn't been using, so I had no idea. Now Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. What were you going to say?
So let's see. I used the bonus action for Thunderous Smite, and then I did the attacks, and then the Divine Smite. So I guess that should be it for me.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I appreciate y'all helping me with that because I'm still figuring this out.
Pallies are a little bit sort of all over the place in terms of their damage dealing. So it does take a little bit of like remembering where everything is. Because some of it's in one place, some of it's in features, some of it's here, and yeah, it's once you get the hang of it, it's really, really powerful.
Okay.
Okay, it's his turn. He is going to stay led down. Well, he's not even going to get up. He's just going to blast Fernando. He's.
Can you do that from prone? Because I thought when you were prone, you were unable to do anything.
Yeah, but you can actually. He has got the option to get up. He's just going to take his shot while sitting down, basically.
Okay.
Because with his movement allowance, he could get up, but he's got a ranged attack that he could use while just sitting on the floor. So yeah. Okay, he got a 1 on the first shot.
Okay. If it's a nat 1, does that mean he burns his own eyelash?
Okay.
I'd sooner believe he blinked and burned inside his own skull.
I don't think he's actually going to get a hit on Fernando at this point, because although he did get a 25 on the second shot.
Nope, not close.
No, because I think you've got like 30, haven't you?
33 currently.
Yeah, he's missed his shots. Well, basically his shots have basically just bounced off you. He's give.
Fernando say about that?
One person is going to say something about that, and it's going to be he's going to have the last word on it.
Not me, I've run away.
No, the one who's going to get the final word on it is going to be Super Hans with his dying breath. Using his Karen sort of attack to do psychic damage. I've just got to get up his character sheet.
You made him he's a Karen Berserker, isn't he?
Yeah.
You use the Karen Berserker.
So he gets like the equivalent of harsh words. What's that one Fernando has? Try to remember the name of the attack.
Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, he basically gets that. Vicious Mockery. For 2d4, which would be enough to kill the thing. And he's gonna do his he's gonna do 5 damage. And he's just gonna say,
perhaps you shouldn't have wasted your ward on Super Hans. You suck.
At which point the golem collapses and the head falls off.
Wow. What did
The
Super
helmet
Hans just
falls
kill
off.
him?
Yeah, he actually finished him off. He only had 2 health left.
Well, since Super Hans is dying, can I just make one thing in Jumanji? I want to just for now call him Shao Hans, and have him go. It's official. You suck. I'm sorry. I just felt it was appropriate, considering he's just killed him with mockery.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Pun names are kind of my thing, and well, Snob Goblin would have liked that. And it's the only chance I'm going to get for it. So I think just for that, Super Hans is getting a respectful burial.
Well, we're out of combat again. So you're going to be getting XP from killing the upgraded golem of Anthos.
It didn't do anything, so I suppose I'm not getting any XP, right?
Yes, you do. It's got nothing to do with like damage percentage. You were there. It's not your fault that your weapon didn't do anything.
Just to explain this for future references for Jack. Your EXP, the DM generally decides what kind of EXP you get. Sometimes they'll even give you EXP for certain encounters, like just a situation and how you handle it. It varies. It's not necessarily for doing well in combat. It's literal experience.
Well, I only ask because I don't like to assume things.
Well, I just thought that you deserve to know just in case you later.
It's because it's always because you participated. Because certain character classes are much more combat efficient than others. So
I'll almost certainly forget anyway.
I mean, if they didn't, and if we didn't, how would the kobolds ever?
It's because otherwise, for example, healers would never get much XP. It's that's why I never subscribed to that idea of like kill stealing. There's no advantage in kill stealing in my games because you're a team.
Well, I'm glad because I've seen enough stories of someone stealing the kill and going, "Oh no, oh no, my DNPC killed that boss. It's too bad. If you'd beaten it, you would have gotten a lot of EXP. Oh well."
So what's the EXP again?
Well, I haven't handed it out yet.
Okay.
So basically, you've gone up on deck. How's everyone going to be handling down stairs?
I'm going to be looking at I'm going to look at Super, and in a way, I'm going to give a little the last thing he did.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look at I'm going to look at Captain Richter and go, today it just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
The rest of the crew might be hearing you because as I've gone up on deck, since I don't know the fight's over, I've probably just gone up saying, all hands on deck, there is a fight in the galley. That would be the responsible thing to do.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to just look at Captain and go, this day just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it, in a sarcastic way.
Oh, tell me about it. I need a drink.
The only thing that concerns me, Anthos got this close. I'm starting to have a little worry, der Capitan. What if everything that's happening lately is part of Anthos's design? What if we lead him to the island? What if... I'm probably thinking too much, but Super Hans. Do you think he was used by Anthos too?
I think so.
I may not have liked him. Maybe it's just because of how negative he was, but
didn't seem
I
the
think
type for duplicitousness at the very least.
If it's okay with you, Captain, I think he deserves at least a respectful burial at sea.
I think we can make that happen.
Yeah, I may not have liked him, and he may have insulted Brunhilde's cooking, but he was everyone. He's just a victim. This just goes just to show how despicable this Anthos is.
Yep.
Are you going to be okay, Der Capitan?
I will be. Once this day is over, I'll find a way to...
I'd better go check on Topaz anyway. I might just ask Brunhilde when lunch is happening and ask her to bring it to the room.
I still have the ceremony spell prepared if we are going to hold a funeral for Super Hans.
We might, however, want to take a look at the crews as the Goblin Captain had come on the ship as well, Capitan.
Yeah.
If Super Hans wasn't the ringleader and this one was, they could be victims, or they could be... If he can infiltrate us this easily, we might need to be more careful. And I'm going to just give him a hand on the shoulder to make my way back to my cabin.
Well, let's see. For as far as me, I want to investigate this this golem because overhearing the conversation where he said that they couldn't detect him, I'm curious as to what it was that allowed him to go unnoticed. Whether it's something that I can add as an attribute, or whether it's something that I can figure out for future purposes, I suppose. And if he's got anything valuable, why not?
Yeah, roll. I always forget which one it is. Don't know why I was thinking insight, because it's not insight.
Talking about Arcana or something?
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, okay. Looks like I got an 8. Woohoo!
That's enough to find the ring.
All right.
He's wearing a
What's
ring.
this right here? What's that?
Is Fernando still there? Oh no, Fernando, have you still got the True Sight active? I can't remember how long it stays active.
It lasts 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Oh, it would have run out by now. Because you activated it.
I only activated it when I walked into the room.
Oh, into this room?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I must have misheard you when... I didn't realise you'd reactivated it when you went to this room.
Yeah, no, I stated I used its last charge when I walked into this room before I grabbed hold of the goblin.
Yeah, I assumed you probably would do that. I just didn't hear you. As I said, when Obnoxious pulls the ring out, there's like a blinding flash of light from the ring, and then it stops. Like while it's on the body, there's like it's glowing white. Like his head is glowing white. And then when you see Obnoxious take the ring off, the light disappears.
Interesting. What does that mean? Does it mean the magic's dissipated from it?
Yeah, it's... Could you roll an insight check? As you've seen that light disappear.
Natural 20 for 22.
Oh, you know exactly what it is. Basically, it's like a crude attempt at disguising something from your true sight. If it was covered up, if you'd have, for example, say got really close to the guy and looked into his helmet, it'd have been like someone setting off like a flare in your eyes. It'd have been so bright that you'd have looked away. Kind of like trying to disguise something by just shining a torch in your eyes every time you try looking at it. And that's how he was hiding. He was covered up in metal so you wouldn't see the light. And then if you got too close, the light would blind you. Not actually blind you, but be dazzling enough for you to sort of look away, like uncomfortably. And that's why you didn't... That's how he would have snuck in. Any time that you might have seen a snippet of his arm or something, it would have been... You know, you'd have seen a bright light. So to you, that would... Yeah, you can tell that's like someone's... It's not a great idea for a disguise, but it's kind of more... Because, you know, if you saw... It would never work if it was just in front of you. Because they'd look like the sun. But if they were hiding in a box or something... But then again, you wouldn't need to see if they were hiding in a box. It's kind of a bad idea for a disguise.
Solid Snake would like to have a word.
Well, True Sight is very difficult to get around. Hello, Phil.
So I guess my question is, does the ring still retain those properties, or is it something that was like...
You wouldn't have seen those properties because they only appeared to Fernando because he has True Sight.
Ah, well, I have the ring at least. This is another object. I have no idea what it does, but you know, I've got it. Woohoo!
It's an item you can add. It's called Ring of Anthos.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is.
Okay.
You know, as having sex with a woman and coming.
It's gonna be kind of funny if I'm just walking around like glowing like an angel or something every time freaking he uses True Sight.
Dan, you're gonna look fabulous.
Phil forgot it plays that clip.
Let's see. All right. Okay, add.
Yeah, it's called, as I said, it's called Ring of Anthos.
All right, well, it's gonna be really annoying for him for a while since I don't know what it does. I'm just putting it on, walk around with it. I don't care. Like, ring, cool.
Okay. Richter and... Yeah, Hans is heading back up to Topaz.
Yeah, I did go check on Liz, by the way. She must have passed out. She must have passed out when she was putting Nicole to sleep. She really hasn't been well the last 2 days.
Yeah, let her sleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure she'd apologise.
okay.
She should know by now you're okay. You understand.
She doesn't have to apologise.
I know, but it's just the way she is. She kind of feels bad she's missed a few sessions. But as I said before, health takes priority over these things.
Exactly, exactly.
You see, you get it. See, you get it.
She shouldn't feel bad about missing either, because I had no excuse and wasn't there for like 4 sessions in a row. So
even
you
so,
had a
she's
load
just
of
like
stuff going on. You
I
had
know,
tons of stuff going on with like your building work and stuff.
I mean, that's finally all done, by the way. That's all done. The only problem we've got right now is that the roads, if we're lucky, an Asda shipment might get through.
Oh, you have got a message in the chat. Phil says, "Get well soon" to Liz.
I'll send that to her. Thank you, Phil. Oh, I can hear movement. She must have realised where she's fallen asleep and gone fuck. She doesn't like sleeping in that bed at all. She's one of those, I prefer my own bed.
Yeah.
And it's a queen size bed, so of course she loves it.
Who doesn't?
No, she's still mad at me for moving it on my... I did a bit of a naughty and tried to move the bed on its own without turning it around, and it's like a 7 foot by 7 foot bed.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Almost took out a window. She was in hospital though, so she couldn't yell at me.
Oh, yeah, you should have got yelled at when she got back.
Oh God, when she came back home, she's like, I want to be mad at you, but it's already done now, so what can I do? But she says she's just more mad because she thought I'd get hurt. Because it's like solid oak, so...
Yeah, that's...
You do the math. Yeah. I do not make wise decisions a lot of the time.
No.
But it was moved so she could get into bed easier, because I knew that she wouldn't be able to like just climb over and just get in. So it was with her best interest in mind, I promise.
Yeah. It's a sweet thing to do, but it's a...
I know, I did the wrong
thing to do.
I know, I did the wrong thing. I did the
with the right intention.
Yeah. Well, it's done now anyway, and she's not complaining now. She will get better. I'm using the old method of brothy things and anything with citrus in. Always fixes her up. Honestly, I just think she just needs a few days of sleep. That'll be that.
So, Richter, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I think Richter just wants the day to end at this point.
He's had a rough day.
He's lost his gold. I mean, he's just seen super hands in, like, just had a hole blasted through his chest. He's had to give up the parting gift Obnoxious gave him and his honeymoon plans. He's not in a good mood. I think he just wants to go back to his quarters and drink. Although, unless he has something important to do. Like, I mean, we wouldn't be giving Super Hans a funeral right this second, would we?
No. After everyone's decided their actions, I'm gonna have a skip ahead a few days to the funeral, which would give Dukes time to finish making the weapon for Razor Eye.
Alright, so Richter's just gonna go back to his quarters, vent about his day to Taddy, and tell her everything.
No, Ollie, you know what you need?
What?
You need to have a little bar in there that you can just sit behind and just pour a drink and go on, tell me about your day. You just like, then just grab the drink and go, I'll tell you what, Taddy, if one more thing happens, I just don't know. I don't know.
I am not having a good day.
And she'll just be like, yes, dear, yes, dear. Here, let me Irish this up for you.
We've used that as a verb several times, even though we don't know that island exists in the Forgotten Realms.
Look, I'm treating it like how Beast Wars 2 treats Japanese culture, even though they should have no idea what it is.
Fair enough.
Ends the sentence with, wait, how do I know what that is? Haha, you run like a kappa. How do I know what that is?
So, Fernando, what are you doing?
I'm gonna search through Soup Hans's body, actually.
He's got a smaller axe, same design as Hans. He's got the same sort of armor as Hans, same sort of sword, but again a smaller version. He literally was like a scaled down version of Hans. He's had his gold stolen as well. So now he's not carrying anything else.
Were any of the sword, is it magical or just regular?
Yeah, it's just regular.
Cool, I'm not gonna bother taking any of that then. He is nothing of interest to me, so...
And Razor Eye, you've got up on deck, and Jukes is sitting with Long Tom as usual. She sees you approach and sort of, Resident Merc.
Yes.
Do you want something?
Well, I think I kind of need to get myself a... I'm thinking I need a new gun. I think this is about the second time I've encountered an individual who I couldn't harm because my standard issue rounds were insufficient. I'm thinking if I want to earn my pay, I need to up the ante a bit.
Well, I've got a design in mind. I had a but it needs something. It needs something. I'll need your rifle, your musket, for parts. And afterwards, you're gonna need to take this to Fernando. Fernando needs to. I'm not sure how he would bless it, but he needs to do something with it. We need the, Raven Queen's seal of approval for this one.
Fair enough.
And then you'll have something pretty awesome. Not as good as Tom here, but But it's going to cost you. Yeah, I've got some premium stuff going into this.
What's the price?
$1,000.
$1,000?
Yep.
Do you pay in advance, or can I wait till after the product's finished?
Well, as I said, it'll take a couple of days to finish it off, but
Well.
So we'll call it $1,000 after it's done.
All right.
But as I said, you've got to convince Fernando to get the Raven Queen to do her thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go find him now. I'll go find him now then.
Okay. Well, once the rifle's done, that's when you just need him to do it. Just give him the rifle after it's done, and as I said, he can. He should be able to do something about it. To get
Right, I love you.
off on it.
See you in the morning, Dad. Love you. Sorry, ignore all that. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the help, Jukes.
I'll need the rifle.
See.
Well, I'll need your musket to start on this.
Okay. Okay, Jumanji. Do I click off this in the inventory because I'm not using it now?
Yeah, I've already put the replacement in for it. You'll just have to delete the old. You'll just have to reload your character sheet and delete your musket.
Okay, I'm reloading now. Raven Song, is that it?
Yeah.
Nice name.
Hmm.
I don't think I could have come up with something like that. Okay, so
I saw it on a homebrew thing and was like, ooh, especially the must be blessed by a follower of the Raven Queen, and I thought that would work nicely with Fernando, especially with it being called Raven's Song. It was like a song would be a blessing for it.
Song it sings and sweet death upon those you.
Okay.
There was just something about the description. It was like, oh, the description's lovely.
Yeah, before I forget to mention, while I'm still Jumanji, I had a bit of an idea I had a bit of an idea I wanted to share with you later, Hawk.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go in search of Fernando then, if that's that.
Well, where's Fernando?
He's still in the galley at the moment, actually.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Razor Eye's looking for you. Well, coming back to speak to you.
I would have seen him in the galley, so I guess that'll be the first place I look.
Yeah.
It's going to take me another turn to get there.
No. We're out of combat now, so it's.
Out of combat, so there's none of that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just jump down there. Hey Fernando, everything to go all right while I was out? Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
It's fine. Everything went fine. As you can see from the bodies on the floor. It tends to happen around Fernando.
Well, there's quite a few. I hope there wasn't any of ours down there.
No, of course not. I tend to keep everyone safe.
As you are the one who paid me, I'm a little concerned I'm not earning my pay around here because that fight, my musket bullets didn't really do much damage. I've been talking with Jukes about upping the ante a bit. She may have a new weapon for me, but it requires a blessing from a follower of the Raven Queen. Is that it?
Yeah.
I don't know much. I don't know much about mythos. But anyway,
well, if you're trying to make a certain types of weapon, yes, the Raven Queen's blessing tends to come in handy, as the maker of the first hex weapons.
I don't suppose you could. Assist with this, could you?
Of course.
Thank you.
Just bring me the piece when it's done, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, thank you. I've been told that it'll be ready in about 3 days. I'll come find you then.
Of course. Do you need more money for the components? I mean,
no. I've got. I'm covered for that.
So
I've been told all I needed. I've been told all she needed was my musket and 1,000 gold. This one's on me. Got to be responsible for my own equipment, you know.
Yeah, well, you can consider it a down payment of sorts, if you wish.
I'll be all right. You just be ready. You just get ready to pay me for any jobs of which I can be more effective at now.
So we'll everything fade to black for 4 days. Everyone just recovering, recentering themselves. It's been a rough few weeks. And after this amount of time, it's the middle of everyone's preparing for Super Hans is a burial for Super Hans.
I guess I was too late to do anything for this.
Well, Super Hans was killed before.
Yeah, I mean, we were all there, and there was nothing we could do either.
He was like insta-killed.
Yeah.
Someone on the team dies. Feel like I haven't done my job.
Well,
he got heat vision through the chest. There was nothing you could have done.
Well,
plus, saying he was part of the team is generous, but well,
he was someone we'd met.
To answer that one, Phil, he basically got a radiant blast through his chest by a golem, golem of Anthos.
Yeah, I take it we all get our long rest.
Oh yeah, you'll have several long rests.
Okay,
everyone will get a long rest.
Okay then, if
because everyone's just been doing their normal days.
It's been a night. Is it okay if I say that Hans is kind of like at least almost ready? So we've got something to wear for the thing.
Oh yeah. Everyone will have had plenty of time to prepare and things.
Good, because I wanted to. If we've had a few days and everything, I wanted to obviously spend like some of the time before we get to the island making something for the captain. But I also wanted to have his time making little trinkets to give to his people when he gets back as well, like during his free time.
After the funeral, right? This is how it's going to play out. After the funeral, so after a bit of interaction after the funeral, you're basically going to be setting sail for another week or so. Well, make it 2 weeks. At which point, that's when you arrive at the island. So you'll have plenty of time to do any preparation you'd want to make before arriving at the island.
All right then. All right.
So.
And Liz is here by the way.
See what we might have to.
I know about. I've. Go on.
What I was going to say was, if this would be easier, is if you and Liz would like to do a bit of a catch up one, sort of, because I'm not working as much now for the next couple of weeks. We could do a bit of a catch up, sort of.
I suppose. You mean like just a session, me, you, and Liz?
Yeah, just sort of a little bit of a mini session for during this sort of week period.
She's nodding. Or she's giving a nod, so I'm going to take that as a yes.
Well, we can do it when she's feeling better, or say earlier
when she
in the day,
better.
or.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you know. I'll let you know through Discord when she's okay.
Yeah.
But before we continue, I just wanted to say she did manage to get a few words out before she came downstairs. She says thank you to Phil for the get well soon. So thank you very much, Phil. Just thought you might want to hear that live. All right then. Because right now she's having to drink a lot of herbal tea and stuff. But I am looking after her, I promise.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
She's smirking. She's smirking.
Well, that's why I said, it's no rush. It's all, when it's convenient.
Of course. Thank you very much. See, this is why you're an awesome DM. Well then, better get Hans's suit.
So. So everyone's um, everyone is gathering on the deck for the burial of Super Hans.
I'll use up a spell slot to cast Ceremony, Funeral Rites, touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days it can't become undead by any means. Sort of a wish spell. I'm not worried about Super Hans being zombied, but you know, it's
he
a
deserves
ceremony.
something for that joke.
Mm.
Shao Hans deserves this.
Yeah.
Oh!
He
glad
died
that wasn't
the
his
way he
last word.
lived, being petty.
Oh!
You suck.
If no one minds, I'm hearing the Qui-Gon's funeral soundtrack in my head.
Okay.
I got to join the voice changer on for a second just so I can get the voice
right. You suck.
Have him go do the oh thing.
Ah!
Brilliant.
You will die. Fight!
No.
trying to think about the Shao Kahn lines.
You will die, mortal. Toasty. Oh, yeah, he does say frosty that one time. Frosty. Frosty!
I want to where Richter's casting this thing so that they can't come back. And I'm just going to go over to the corpse and essentially draw like a rune over the forehead that just glows for a second and disappears, and just tell them you don't have to worry about that.
I keep thinking of lines from
Well,
Mortal Kombat Conquest.
It's a funeral thing. I know this is weird since he's technically Han. Is it weird if Han says anything, says a few words? Or is it,
It would not be the weirdest thing about this situation.
Yeah, it's basically me giving my own. Technically, I'm giving myself a.
Yeah. Although it's not really Hans, is it? It's the anti-Hans.
He's another version of me. That's the point.
He does look exactly like you.
He's just smaller.
Yeah.
He's like the action master Hans.
Yeah, he's
Careful.
he is like looking in a really weird mirror. Like a smaller version of yourself. So
he's a mini version. He's the Funko Pop version of Hans.
Yeah.
GoBot Hans.
GoBot.
So yeah, it is a bit weird for Hans, sort of looking at himself.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, shall I start the? So, have we started?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have Hans stand at the front. I know this is strange. I mean, Super Hans was me. He may have been rude, obnoxious, despicable, horrid towards everybody on the ship, disrespectful. But he was still Hans. In his own way, he was shaped by his own world. And in his eyes, he was doing right. He never really meant to be mean, it was just the way he was. And I won't lie and say I didn't hate being around him because he was just so different. It was like looking at the worst version of me. But looking at him right now, he doesn't seem... He was good in his own way. He wanted to do good in his own way. And, well, like many people on this journey, he was just a victim of Anthos. And as such, he at least, in his own way, helped us take down yet another of Anthos's minions. And just for that, he deserves respect. It may not be in his customs, it may not be under his terms, but this is the only way I can show him in any kind of respect. So, goodbye, Super Hans. In your own way, you were super. And I'm just gonna step back from the corpse and just go back with the rest of the crew. Just really feeling a bit awkward.
I'll step up to the body and look around, just in case anyone else wants to say anything. If nobody else wants to say anything, I suppose. Well, you said you wanted him buried at sea, so
well, we can either lower him in the same way we did Pole Arm Pete, or we can.
Sorry, Sam, you broke up there. What was
I said we can either give him the Pole Arm Pete treatment, or we can Heihachi machine in.
I mean, I don't think Hans would mind if we just sort of. Well, I don't want to just chuck him overboard. That feels a bit flippant for the occasion.
If you want, I can have Hans just carry him to the edge, and then just drop him in.
Well, normally, how these things are done is you normally have a platform where the body is placed, and then that platform is slowly lifted, and the encased body basically just slides and falls into the sea. That's the sort of naval tradition.
Yeah.
It's a bit more impactful than on land, but that's the nature of burials at sea.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Very well.
At least more ceremonial than just legging or winging him overboard.
If he was smaller, you could stick him in Long Tom.
We're not firing him into the sea.
It's probably the way he would have wanted to go.
Yeah, well, they do in Star Trek. They put them in a torpedo and launch them into space.
Actually, you might be making a good point, because everything on him was opposite. Maybe the most disrespectful way to treat someone in our world.
Yes, that is an excellent
As such, I invite every single person on the ship to stand around him and pee on the corpse.
No.
Okay, I'm joking. That's mummies. You've got to. No, that's mummies. You've got to pee on a mummy, otherwise it'll come back. You know that.
Begin the ceremony of desecration.
It's what he would have wanted. I can just see his spirit right now going, "What are you doing? Why are you not urinating on my corpse? What is wrong with you?
This is why you fail.
You fail. This is why I had no faith in you."
I mean, if you really wanted to talk to his spirit, I could commune.
Let's not. I don't know if it's worth calling up his spirit to ask how.
Well, just to get told you suck.
I get the feeling he's going to go, "Screw you! I hate you! I hate everything about you! You make me want to vomit! Do you want to hear how much you make me vomit?"
I'm not even capable of vomiting anymore, and you still make me want to vomit. I don't even have a body anymore.
Telling you, because I don't believe that you'll execute. That you can even do that right.
I'm half expecting the Fernando to just go, "Well, good thing you're dead and you can't do anything about it, so I can do this," and just start poking his face. Look at me, I am poking your face.
Turn him to ash and let it float out to sea. That way, it wouldn't have to worry about coming back. You wouldn't have to worry about disrespect or anything like that.
And better yet, he can probably choke. He can probably choke an asthmatic.
He'd like that.
Yeah, you know what? Let's ceremoniously burn his corpse.
Alright. Sacred
Viking.
flame, I have a cantrip.
Are you sure you can do this without burning the rest of the ship?
He's not...
He probably wouldn't like sacred flame, Ollie.
Oh no, you just let him go on a raft or a door or something and just put his body on
and then just set fire to it. Plus, he doesn't get a say anymore. He's dead.
Yeah, and you know.
Cadaverific.
Oh, that's Phil's come up with a really harsh one. Cremate him and snort a small line of his ashes.
He's not that. Look, if he was thin and white enough, then Hulk Hogan could sniff him.
Are we going with this idea?
No, we are not doing. We are not spending the time turning
letting respect a body on its.
I mean, Richter likes to party, but I don't think he's ever snorted a person's ashes before.
Plus, I get the feeling if we snort him, we're going to end up being miserable.
You're going to be the ones who choke and go like and hallucinate and things, but it'll just be like that you suck.
You suck. You suck. Your mother taught me how. Shut up.
No, I'm 100% behind the burning of the.
Yeah, it seems like something he would like. Oddly enough, because every other tradition we did to him seems to be the opposite in his world.
Okay. So you basically tie his body to some planks and release them, and Ollie then, as captain, Richter then sets them alight with.
If Wolfie was here, I would have suggested. If Wolfie was here, I would have suggested us getting his hyenas to eat the corpse.
We're not feeding his.
And
we don't. You don't know where he's been.
Flame anyway.
Why are you rolling for damage? Is that in case he was
fucking dead?
Is that in case he was faking it?
Yeah.
Ollie, this isn't like Goku where he had a hole in his diaphragm and was still talking. He's dead.
Captain Richter was just making sure of it. By rolling for damage.
He's not dead enough.
Well, for how quickly the raft goes up.
Okay. Okay.
I hope.
I mean, it didn't quite explode, but it went up a tree.
You know what? He'd have liked that. I hope. Maybe he wouldn't. He hated everything. Super Hans was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything. Good heart, nonetheless.
So as 2 weeks go by, everyone on the ship is just, it's recovered from Super Hans and from Anthos and has been preparing. When the cry is heard out on the 14th, 15th day that land has been sighted, the outskirts of Hans's village is ahead. A small dock waits for you in the sea, and the ship slowly moves closer and closer and arrives at the docks. Who would like to step ashore first?
I mean, as captain, shouldn't I?
It is Hans's home.
Hans needs a second. He hasn't seen the village in a very, very long time. He's just going to take a moment to just look at it. I'm home. Then I'm going to have Hans step out off the ship.
Yeah.
He's going to have a few tears in his eyes, a little bit.
Okay, on second thought, I'll wait until Hans is at enough of a distance that he doesn't feel crowded, and then I'm gonna step off the ship myself. I'm gonna bring Taddy with me because we have business here.
Maybe Brunhilde would like to come.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Basically, shore leave.
Man overboard.
Man overboard?
Ah.
The guy in the crow's nest got launched into the sea again. By the hand of God.
Oh, God damn it.
Quite literally.
Yes.
Oh, I want to make it clear to my crew that in the event of long-distance distress, a sacred flame shot up into the air is a distress flare.
He remembered!
Yeah. So I've cleared that with my crew now. They know if they see a sacred flame shoot up in the air, that means I'm in trouble. Help, please.
Well, as Hans walks along the dock, he sees an individual sitting on a barrel, reading a book. She is sitting at a very strange angle, wearing black high heels.
Oh God, is this who I think it is?
Flashing her very, very long legs. As her... I can't even remember, does she have a tail? As her tail twitches. And she looks around.
Okay, what did we agree her name was? It was Lillian, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Lillian Morrigan.
Yes.
I see. Is that who I think it is? Lillian?
She turns and looks at you.
Oh God. She's Hans's mom. No, it's not. It's somehow worse. Well, not worse.
Hans.
In the flesh.
Indeed it is.
More than 10 years, but I'm home.
Oh my. I'll have to tell everyone.
Yeah?
Yeah. He sort of, rings a bell that she's got by her feet. At which point, a stern face sort of emerges from behind her, heading towards the docks. Change off, yeah.
A stern face.
A stern face walks towards the docks.
Oh God.
And she sort of looks at you like,
Okay, I'm trying to look at the. I'm trying to see the screen. Okay, who is it? Who's looking at center?
Oh, it's your trainer.
Okay, serious, terrified look. I just want this to be clear. Hans is probably shaking a little. Teacher, it's been a long time.
It has. At which point, from behind a rock comes a little bouncing form which sprints across the water towards you. It's like, Hans, is that you?
Hans, is that you?
I can't see who. I can't see who it is.
He's wearing a mask.
A small figure has come towards me.
Yes.
I'm just getting. I'm just gonna look down at them and just go. Grandma?
You burned in front of these people. So, you have better manners than this young man.
Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Grandmutter.
Have you been to see your mother and father yet?
Sorry, I've only just gotten off the ship.
Well, you should go and see them. You should go and see them now. They're not too big to give a spanking you.
Yes, Grandmutter.
Come on.
Yes,
Come here. Bend down.
Yes. Yes. Just gonna have him bend down to meet her height.
She grabs your ear.
On his face.
You do what your grandmother tells you to do. You go and see your mother and father.
I'm going. I'm going.
Good. You need to.
I'm just gonna have.
But before you do, at least invite, at least introduce me to your friends. Well, your good dim friend behind you.
Very well. Is she gonna let go of his ear? Or
Yes.
or is he just like gonna be introducing them while she's still holding his ear?
Well, Taddy
probably coming up
is
at this point with like.
Hold on, I can't hear you, Hawk. What?
Eclipse is just basically going to be laughing at this.
Richter's looking incredulous with his arm around her.
At which point...
Okay, so is she holding my ear? Or
no, she's let go of your ear.
Oh.
And she runs up to Eclipse and sort of runs straight past Richter, just runs straight up to Eclipse. And he's like, so who... And just looks at you both and it's like...
Who are you two? Who is my grandson brought here?
I thought she wanted me. I thought she wanted to introduce.
Well,
Come on, speak up, one of you.
My name is Captain Richter Jones of the Iron Unkindness, the ship behind us, and this is, I guess, my fiance, Eclipse. How do you do?
Oh, not so well as you. I hear. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. Congratulations are in order.
Actually, Grandmother, I wanted to ask you about that.
About what?
Well, I was wondering if it'd be okay if you married these two.
Married these two? Well, you better
Well,
get on with it.
haven't made they've gotten together, but they wanted to ask if it would be okay if they had their wedding in the village.
Well, of course. I mean, of course she's gonna have to hurry up and get married.
Oh,
I mean, she
know what
doesn't
that
want her
means.
she doesn't want her day ruined by being, all large and pregnant. Oh, I didn't say.
Grandmother, it's not like that.
No. Can't you tell? That's why I said congratulations.
No,
She's pregnant. Didn't you know? She looks up at Victor. And that's all.
And that's where we'll end this session.
Oh my god.
Let's not do that.
Holy shit. You were cutting out a bit. You were cutting out a bit towards the end, but I think I just have.
She just basically outed Taddy as being pregnant.
You see, I didn't know if she was still I didn't know if she was still
Which neither of us knew.
Okay, I thought she wanted Hans to introduce everybody. I didn't run all the way over.
She got tired of waiting for you,
No, I was asking, and you didn't do it, and you didn't tell me.
Yeah, well, at her time of life, time is.
Oh God, Ollie, what the fuck? You rolled a nat 1 on that one. Verbality.
So I'd like to thank our viewers for tonight, and thank you, Phil, for coming in, as we're going to be ending now.
I was sort of suspecting this was coming eventually, so I was thinking of starting to make dad jokes, and I almost did when Hans said, I'm home. I almost said, hi, home, I'm Ritter. Wait, that was a dad joke.
So, I'd like to thank our players and thank our viewers. It's been a good evening. I'd say good night, everyone, on that bombshell.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. You can't see me, but I'm waving.
I'll tell you what, Tom. You definitely have to. And by the way, love the Grandmaster.